Gravy gang! What is going on, everybody? Happy Gravy Day. It is Past Gravy episode 536 with your buddies Alex, Pat, and Robert. Oh, he was pointing. Robert always throws me off. I should be used to it by now. But Robert's always, watch the YouTube version. You'll get it. What's going on, gang? We got a fun-filled episode. We're gonna actually have a little meeting on the show, I feel like. We're gonna talk about each other's toxic traits. I got a very interesting email question, so we're gonna have to delve into one another's toxic traits. Topic traits are another day. But the first thing I wanted to ask you guys is, the Monster Mash was a dance, correct? Like, I saw a TikTok with this girl that was telling me that it was a party, and I was like, just shut up. Just shut your mouth. You sound stupid when you're talking. Because the Monster Mash was about a dance that happened at a party, not a party. Right? He did the Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash.
You do the Monster
Mash.
Yeah.
It could also be like the Dougie, where it's a song, so I could see it being a song or a dance, but it's nowhere at all is it a party. It was like, it was a graveyard smash because the fucking dance/song was a hit, but in like nowhere in that it was talking about a party. They were all getting together, but they were all like, wow, this guy fucking is dancing. Look at this fucking dance.
Yeah, it is a song, it is a dance. It was not the party. Party was a graveyard smash. That's what the party was. You could even say it was a monster bash. Graveyard
smash. It was about this dude that was just like, he went and he fucking threw down and showed off his fucking dance skills, and it was like, this guy can fucking dance. Like, that's what happened at the party, and like he got the party going.
But the dance was the Monster Mash. That was the name of the dance he was doing. Yeah.
Which also was a graveyard smash.
The party, I think, was a graveyard smash.
But so was the dance, because they were like, fucking dude, that's a smash hit.
Yeah.
We're all in on this. Like, that's the shit. But this bitch was trying to fucking tell me that it was a song about a party. I was like, no, it's about a guy that did a dance at a party, you fucking idiot.
I'm going to guess this girl was somewhere between 16 and like 23.
Gen Z, for sure.
Yeah, they're all fucking idiots. Every week I hear of a new thing that they've discovered on TikTok. Like, one of them, I did see that they're just taking walks, but without their cell phone or anything. And they're like, it brought me so much anxiety, but like now, like after a couple minutes, you get in a zone and like it's very peaceful. Like, yeah, you fucking iPad kid, you can go on walks without your phone. You don't have to always have it. Don't get me wrong, I don't do that, but when I do rarely go on walks, you better believe I'm listening to a podcast or something. But sometimes not.
I can't be alone with my thoughts that long.
Well, I find that if you don't do that, just maybe smoke a little something and then go on the walk, and you're okay, because you're not really alone with your thoughts. There's a lot of other people in there at that point. And your thoughts aren't connected. They just jump around. So all of a sudden you're just thinking about shit, and then you're back home and you're like, whoa, it's a good walk.
I've been trying this new thing where I disconnect from my phone basically when I go to bed, and I put my phone on the charger and I go to sleep, and I call it silent sleeping. That's this new thing I've started, where it's just, it's good to like disconnect from your phone. Like, yeah, your phone's gonna wake you up eventually, but like you put it to the side while you just go to sleep, and you're not on your phone while you're sleeping. That's this new thing I invented.
You almost had me. You almost had me for a second. I almost bought it. I almost got
we should do a TikTok of it.
Yeah, that is it. Like, people would, because there are people out there that like, I can't. So I just have my phone playing music into like, because they have those headbands now that have speakers built in that you see on Instagram 47 fucking times a day. There's people like, I sleep like this now with just music playing constantly. I'm like, how the fuck do you fall asleep if there's noise? Noise keeps me up. I don't fall asleep then. Like, I understand like falling asleep to the TV or something, but like people that like listen to music while they're sleeping, that's fucking psychotic to me.
What if you just listen to like really educational shit and then you like just listen to. If I listen to Joe Rogan when I go to sleep, I would learn all of like Joe Rogan's knowledge.
Actually, now I do kind of want
I
to
could learn how to kill like a deer 30 different ways.
Ken Burns Civil War. Just anything Ken Burns.
You
Put
just know it.
all of Ken Burns onto podcasts, and I'll fucking listen to that going to sleep. That'd be sick as shit, dude. Ken Burns is awesome.
Yeah.
Ken Burns country music.
You just learn that stuff.
Country fans get it.
I thought he was a scientist.
Huh?
Sounded like a scientist. Sounds like you'd be Ken a Burns? Scientist.
You know who Ken Burns is, right? The guy documentarian.
Yeah.
Fucking hate you so goddamn.
Yeah, he has like the zoom in thing. He's got a whole filter.
Who's the sweater guy?
Mr.
Carlton.
No, like he was in he asked a question in a debate once, and people liked his sweater.
Neil deGrasse.
Ken Bones.
Oh, Ken Bone. Ken Bone.
Or Ken Bone, yeah.
Okay.
Talked about pregnant sex.
Yeah, it ended
up like that was
ruining his life.
Here's a random guy that just asked one question at a debate that wasn't like an offensive question or anything. Let's go search everything about his life. Did you know he talked about raw dogging his wife while she was pregnant on a Reddit thread? How about that? What a weird guy. It's like he didn't say it. Like y'all stalked him and you found his IP and you found his Reddit account. Like weird.
Isn't that the
but he's allowed to talk about that shit on Reddit?
That's like the number 2 reason to get somebody pregnant. Like, yeah, it's to have a kid, but also so that then you got months of just raw dogging and dropping loads wherever you want and no repercussions because she's already pregnant.
Exactly. That was it. Yeah.
Just fill her up, boys. When she's pregnant. Otherwise, careful.
Unless you're trying to get her pregnant.
Well, yeah. Then you can fill her up too. But what if people started announcing pregnancies that way? Like, he filled me up. Baby Stevenson coming 2023. December.
There's definitely people that probably do.
My pussy was too tight. He couldn't hold it. Baby coming November 2023.
I don't want to be friends with those people.
I don't either. And I'm not. I don't think. None of my friends have. Actually, I was just talking about this with my buddies. It's kind of weird / miraculous that in a group of 33, there's 7, 8 of us in the group chat, not one of us has a child. Like, not even an accident, maybe.
Maybe you're all stable.
Well, I mean, at least one of them has had a couple scares, and I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, maybe the rest of us are sterile. One of them has been trying it. I think he has been trying to knock up his wife, and it's not working. So maybe he's sterile. I got to ask him that.
Don't ask people that. I think that that's probably not something you ask.
Okay, no, but I think if it's one of your boys, you're allowed to ask, dude, are you sterile?
Oh, like if it's in private, but yeah, I wouldn't like at the party be like, what? Hey, so why are you sterile or something?
Yeah, I'm not going to ask his wife. Like, hey, do you think his dick doesn't properly work?
Ask his wife. That's who I was going to say. You should have the conversation with.
That would actually. No, I don't have her number. Really, I don't have her number.
Probably a good reason.
I only see her when we're in group, but she's awesome. She would probably laugh.
Yeah, there you go. What else did I have? I just wrote. I had a dude rock moment this week. We had the Rod Ryan Show Boobs Rock Golf Tournament for breast cancer, breast cancer research, raising some money the other day. Shout out to the Gravy Gang. We had Melissa, Michael, Todd was out there. I didn't get to see them because they were golfing, but Raimundo and Brett and Jordan and Ashley were all out at the Gravy Hole with us, and we were hanging out. It was a good time. But I did I was grabbing my little cigar humidor thing that's in the studio, and I saw a football I got from the Roughnecks game when they tossed it to me during XFL season, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna bring this football because let's just throw a football around. And it was the best move ever because it's just every dude that got off of a golf cart in every single group was like, bro, ball. It was like, fuck yeah. Let's go deep. go deep. All right. And it's just like, just guys being dudes. It's just like football, ball, throw me the ball, throw me the ball. Like, I dare you, walk around with the ball in any office and somebody's like, yo. It was like a scene on King of Queens where he had a koosh ball that his kid gave him, and the boss took it because he'd be like you're just like, what's up? So you on your route to, and it's just like you throw the ball and they're like, all right, well, see you later. And they go back into their office with the ball. You're like, what? But it's my ball. But nobody tried to take the football. It was just like anytime somebody got out of a golf cart, like, hey, dude, I got it right here. Or their buddies getting ready to tee off. We're playing catch. I felt like a dog. I was like, I felt like Wheezy. I was just like, you want to play? You throw the ball? The ball, huh? Huh? I'll run far. I can run. Let's do it. It was just
That's our therapy.
You put a football around anywhere. Yeah, I was like, I should bring like some mitts and a ball next time. We'll just have a catch with some strangers.
Well, it's easier with the football. It's a much larger ball, and even though it's harder to hold, it's easier to be accurate with. Like when you bring a baseball, you're going to get like one accurate throw, and then it's going to go 30 yards behind, and you got to chase that. That sucks. A football, it bounces weird. It doesn't normally get too far away from you.
It just, yeah, I hadn't just taken a football to a random spot before in a while. So like, it had been a while. I was like, yeah, dude's fucking rock, man.
Dude, I used to keep one.
Okay, we're not talking Taylor Swift, but like, we're just like, well, we'll fucking play catch all day. That's all we need. He's probably out there cheating.
I used to keep a football in my trunk.
Verbal meme, or somebody make this meme. It's the girl sleeping next to the guy. She's like, he's probably thinking about cheating on me, and it's just like, man, I wish I had my boys over to play catch with.
It could even just say
go fall asleep just thinking that. Ball. Just ball. Football. It's just got football on. Yeah. He's probably thinking about cheating on me. It's just a football.
Or like
in his brain.
Have the two arms like brotherhood clasping, and one side is guys, the other side is dogs, and it's just loving throwing the ball around.
Yep. Playing ball.
God, I want to play catch right now.
I do too.
Sounds so great.
I'm a very simple man. It doesn't take a lot to entertain me.
It's just, there's something pure about it. Like, you're outside, you're doing an activity, so you feel like, you're accomplishing something.
I had an awesome highlight catch. It was sick.
Oh yeah. Because then eventually, like, you get a couple in, and then you're like, hey, and you just put out one hand over your shoulder, trying to tell your buddy to drop it in, so you can go for the one-handed catch. Every time.
And he hits it finally. Yeah.
You get brave enough, you try and throw it behind your back, and you're like, oh, okay, that hurt my shoulder. Let's not do that again. But it's great every time.
Shout out to Glamour. She was out there also. And she was just like, yeah, you're like a golden retriever just running back and forth. You're just running routes for people. I was like, yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to do. It wasn't taxing on me at all. It was exactly what I wanted to be doing in that moment. So yeah, I'm a golden retriever, I guess.
I just remembered this, and this has to be why, because I saw the video of you running that route. I had a dream last night. I was just throwing fucking bombs to people. Like, it wasn't in a game or anything, but it's just dudes hanging out, and I was just launching footballs downfield at them. And it was one of the best dreams I've had in months.
We should have a Gravy Gang meetup where we just go to a field and just, like, that's it. We just bring a football, and we're going to go to a field, and we're going to play catch.
And booze.
With the boys. Yeah.
Well, beer can in one hand.
Just like a 1 hour catch sesh. I'd be down for that. Hey, fellas, meet at this park. Throwing the pigskin. 1 hour. And then we're going back to our lives. They're like, all right.
So we could even play
playing ball with the boys.
We could play jackpot. I haven't played jackpot in years.
Dude, I'd play jackpot. That'd be sick. But yeah, dudes rock. Playing ball is always so hard. Throwing the ball, always fun. Let's get to some business though, because I have said that I'm going to be out of town the week of Halloween. We usually record on Wednesdays. I was feeling like maybe we just do a Halloween episode. Since Halloween's on Tuesday that week, I'll release it Tuesday. I'm flying to Mexico that day. I can have it scheduled to go out that day. But we got to figure out what we're going to do. Like, do we want to record on a Saturday? I don't think so. I don't think we want to do a full episode on a Saturday. But what if we did like some like Halloween themed one? I was trying to find a medium, and I had one lady that was interested, it seemed like, and then I think she looked at the podcast and was not interested anymore. So I really like, she kind of like was talking to me and then just fell off the face of the earth. And I was like, I know what happened. So that was out. I could find another medium, but like, I'm going to ask the hard hitting questions, you know? Like, I want to, like, if I find like somebody that's like, oh, I'm a psychic, I'd be like, okay, what were you thinking? Like September 10th, 2001, what was going on in your head? Like, did you sense anything weird coming up? Like maybe something tragic was going to happen? No? A couple weekends ago, Israel, you had no weird vibes coming out that way? No? All right.
How are you feeling about the Super Bowl this year? That's what I would ask.
Right.
Who's going to win?
I mean, obviously
where
we'll
should I
get to
put my
that.
money now?
But so like those are gonna be the hard hitting questions I would ask. Vampire, if we could have another vampire on, that'd be sick. But I was also thinking like, what if I just unleashed my own threat level midnight on the world and we get some gravy gangers to like be like, hey, next Saturday, let me get the date of that. So not this coming Saturday, but it would be Saturday the 28th. Like, what if we just did a big Zoom chat and then we just took turns reading my threat level midnight, but Halloween and spooky themed?
I'm down with that. I'll be watching my buddy's dogs, but I'm down.
They can be in it too. You can put sheets on them and cut out little holes and they'll be ghost dogs.
One of them's a small dog, so he'll start barking.
Well, he'll be
He's
fine.
a good boy.
You can hold him. But my one caveat was going to be, we all have to have flashlights and just hold them under our chin as we read the parts we're supposed to read. Like, I'll send everybody a script.
I'm in.
But like, I don't know. Like, we could make it could be a 30-minute episode, but that'll be our spooky episode for Halloween week. If you're in the Gravy Gang at Past Grade Pod, you want to be a part of it, let us know. Maybe we do a table read. I could also just let AI write it, and I was toying with that idea. And if you want to see some things I came up with, and by came up with, I mean prompts that I put in there, then this is what we're gonna get here. This was so there's the skit and I Think You Should Leave, where Tim Robinson talks about the skeletons coming to life and that the bones are their money and so are the worms. I basically typed in that skit and was like, give me a story with that. And so this is what I got from the AI. The kids had no idea what was about to happen as they excitedly ran around, setting up decorations and preparing snacks and drinks for their Halloween party. Little did they know that the skeletons, buried deep beneath the earth, were about to come to life and wreak havoc on their festivities. As they danced and sang along to spooky songs, the ground suddenly began to shake beneath them. The decor and snacks fell to the ground, and the kids all stumbled and fell to the floor. As the dust cleared, they looked up in the horror and saw that the skeletons had climbed out of the ground and were now surrounding them on all sides. One of the skeletons stepped forward and said, "We have come to collect what is ours," he hissed. The kids were terrified and didn't know what to do. Suddenly, one of them remembered something that their grandmother had told them when they were younger. "Bones are their money," they whispered to their friends, "and so are the worms." The skeletons looked confused. "What do you mean?" they asked. The kids quickly stepped forward and began to recite the strange rhyme their grandmother had taught them. They pull your hair up, but not out, to turn into a man and have another chance at life. But if they pull it out, they turn to bones. The skeletons were taken aback. "How do you know this?" they asked. "Our grandmother used to tell us stories about skeletons and their magical powers," one of the kids answered bravely. "We just never imagined that we would see them come to life." The skeletons looked at each other, then at the kids, and said, "You are wise beyond your years. We will spare you this time, but remember the bones and worms are ours. Be careful not to take them for granted." With that, the skeletons disappeared back into the ground, leaving the kids trembling with fear and excitement. They knew that they had just narrowly escaped a dangerous situation, but they also felt a sense of empowerment, knowing that they had outsmarted the skeletons. The rest of the evening was filled with nervous laughter and hushed whispers as the kids continued to celebrate Halloween, but they knew that they would never forget the night that the skeletons came to life. I mean,
okay, so not that one.
From just a sketch. It was pretty solid from just a sketch. Like, I literally was just like, here are the lyrics. Make a story about this on Halloween. And like, that's what it did.
We could also look up like an old episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps.
That would actually be a way better idea. Probably.
Just like, and just do that.
Ooh. Hold on. Are You Afraid of the Dark script? There's got to be a way, right?
Yeah. Or maybe Tales from the Crypt. We could do one of those.
Ooh, a
the Crypt
fan-made
Keeper.
script? Fuck yeah. Fuck
Well, I was gonna say we
Are You
just
Afraid
take
of
one
the
of
Dark?
theirs and change it a little bit and make it fan fiction, and now it's ours.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's so many of these.
It's like we just add like, and then he punched him in the dick. And the skeleton was like, "Oh, my skeleton balls." And then it's ours. It's fan fiction at that point. I think it could work.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we might do that, but we'll do some sort of reading. It'll be a spooky story. It'll be a weird story.
So in 2 weeks we don't have a Wednesday episode, is what I'm learning.
Correct.
Okay.
David S. Pumpkin's script. That could be. Oh, dude, there's definitely scripts there. All right, fuck yeah. We could just do a David S. Pumpkin's script reading.
Of course, yeah.
Well, they did have one, like, there's a 30-minute special they did where it's an animated version of David S. Pumpkins, and that would be the one that we would be doing.
Okay.
So it'd be about a 30-minute episode, but that would be fun. That everybody, I think there's 2 kids in it. There's 2 b-boy skeletons. I would like Robert to be a b-boy skeleton.
For sure.
I think that you only have like three lines in it, and we're part of it. That's pretty much what you got to say.
Let me go. And we're part of it.
Nailed it.
There you go.
No notes.
I've watched that so many times this month already, and it never gets old. Never. Not ever. But yeah, maybe we'll do that. But there, if you're in the Gravy Gang, you want to be a part of our live table read. So there's a little something I thought was like, it's interactive, and then you'll get to be like, hey, I did a spooky reading. Go and check it out, and then maybe we get some new people. But remember, you have to have a flashlight, and you have to read it like with like a spooky story reading the whole time. Maybe we do a couple stories. Maybe depending on how long the David S. Pumpkins thing is, I'm gonna do like a quick read through of it. See if is this gonna be a 20-minute read, and then maybe we can do like another Are You Afraid of the Dark one where that's kind of a quick one.
I like the idea.
It's a spooky theme. We're on brand. I feel like we might get some people that think that this is a regular podcast, that like we rope them in for one episode and they come back the next week and like, what the fuck did I get into last week? And then like, oh, this was nothing like that. So get us all your spooky questions and stuff. Like we won't do answers or anything. It'll just be like our spooky episode, not our spooktacular. We know that's Christmas, obviously. Spooktaculars are in Christmas, ghosts of Christmas and all that stuff. But we will have like our spooky Halloween episode. So if you'd like to participate at Pass Gravy Pod, let us know. You got to be free next Saturday, the 28th, and just be like, yo, like, let's do this. And then we'll add you on Zoom. We'll do the reading. We'll record it, and then we'll put it out that Tuesday.
Sounds like a hootin' good time.
A hootin' good time. And if anybody wants to write part of a script too, if you're a script writer out there, we would love it if you want to, like just make sure it's good. And then we can assign enough people parts. Like I think with David S. Pumpkin, there's 5 or 6 roles you can play. So we could have plenty of people in this. That'd be fun.
I don't know why, but I really want there to be like skeletons that are oddly misogynistic for some reason. I don't know why, but that just sounds like it'd be funny to me.
Oh, I know why.
I come from a time when women couldn't vote. It was better. I mean, oh, skeleton, calm down. But tell me more.
Pat just makes it way more misogynistic of like whatever we're reading. It's like, that was a kid's show. Are You Afraid of the Dark? And you're like, come on, little girl. Come over here. Like, where did that come from, Pat? You're like,
you should learn how to bake and sew. It's the only skills you'll need.
How well
Jesus, my
cook?
grandpa wasn't as bad as this guy.
This is weird. I also, you know what? We can have everybody. I think it would also be funny if we assigned people like in elementary school, if you had to play like a tree, like you didn't get any lines, but you had to like be in it. Like if anybody wants to just be a tree, We'll add you.
We'll have like
you can be a pumpkin.
The
you
wind,
just sit there.
The wind is rustling through the trees, and you're just in the background going, shh.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we can have stage directions. Ooh. I like that. Because that would be funny to just have like two people that just did nothing but like, oh, the trees were rattling. Shh. Okay. That was that. And
That sounds fun.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I'll see you. All right. It seems like a winning episode. It'll be a little bit different, but since it's falling like right around Halloween, like let's do it. Let's fucking do it. All right. At Pass Your A Pod, be like, yo, I want to be part of the spooky episode, not the spooktacular. I want to be part of the Halloween episode. Tag me too. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. I'll get people signed up for it. All right. I do get to pick who gets what role, though. I get final say. I'm the director. Yeah. All right.
You are. This is your baby.
I am Beyonce always.
It's your vision, and you're in charge. And I'm security.
What did you guys bring for the pre-chem segment? I feel like that was a lot.
I went to a junior high football game last night. I got to be honest, felt kind of weird being there. When you have, so to give a little bit of context, one of my best friends, one of my best friends was the coach. He's a coach, and he was like, "Hey,
that's different.
Hey, we're playing, and this is to like, if we win this game, then we play for district next week or whatever the fuck it was." And I wasn't alone. His parents were also there that I know. If I wouldn't have gone if nobody I knew was there, because I don't think you can be 33 sitting alone at a junior high football game and just not be connected to any of the children there. That's
you got to do. You would have to have like a tracksuit with a college on it. Like for you, probably your alma mater of Notre Dame. Like if you had like a Notre Dame tracksuit, just go like wear glasses, kind of stand up, like don't sit down the whole time, but like kind of stand far enough back where people are like, is he a scout at a middle school game?
A pen and a notepad.
Like a leather notepad, like one that's like encased in that where you have to unzip it. Like it's got to look like kind of classy. And then like just be on your phone a bunch. Like you don't have to be talking to anybody, but just like walk back like on your phone at halftime. Like all you're doing is pacing on your phone. Like you could call me and be like, "So dude, what's up? What are we betting tonight?" And like we could just talk about bets. But like people are like, this guy, who is he scouting? And like whenever like a quarterback does it, like just jot it down. Like you gotta act like you're scouting, but that would be another way if you didn't have your friend's parents there.
It's too early to recruit them, but there's two kids on the team. He basically has a 2-player team. It's the quarterback and the wide receiver / running back. And I kind of fully expect both of them to be playing college ball because they're both already like 6 foot.
Well, that's like every middle school where you're just like, all right, no. This player is really good. We give the ball to them all of the time.
Yeah. But I mean, the kid who was the quarterback, he did have a rollout to the left, throwing across his body downfield, like 25 yards on the line. It was a throw that most high school quarterbacks can't make. I was like, oh my God, remember when we were in junior high? There was like 2 throws a game.
Yeah, they didn't let anybody throw the ball. Yeah, they were just.
It's a very different game,
and it's the same 3 plays.
But it was very funny to watch too at times because you're just like, that player is a legitimate 1.5 feet taller than the person that's trying to guard him.
Yeah.
Some kids in junior high are still very little. And also the quarterback's number was 31.
Well, I was like 69 or 6. Yeah, I think I was 69 when I was 8th grade year because 7th grade year I played I was on AA, wasn't going to play, so I went to B team, and then I played cornerback and played every game in that, and then I was just like, I hated playing defense. Defense was not fun to me. And I was like, can I play another position? Like I like playing receiver. And they're like, well, what if you play C team? You could play just about any position you want. And I was like, all right, let's do that. And I played center. I played quarterback. I played receiver. I played running back. I played fullback. And then I played defense too. Like I just got to play, like I was playing both sides of the ball. It was cool, but it was like C team. So like we weren't good. But like I'm not saying I'm a good athlete, but like in 8th grade, like I was the best C team player. Which doesn't say much. But
so
like,
basically,
I'm gonna hold on to that.
In junior high, you went both ways.
I did. Now I'm more of an offensive guy instead of a both ways kind of guy.
Proud of you. Proud of you for admitting.
But I still got it. If you saw the video on my socials, had a fucking baller catch. So still got that offensive prowess.
I mean,
Brandon
I still got a cannon.
Quarterback of the Roughnecks, liked it. So I was like, maybe Brandon was like, shit, I might need to hit this dude up and we can go throw some balls. Which again, awesome. I just was saying, I will throw football with anybody. So like, I'm down.
I would love to. We should go play catch up, and it's perfect because you're in shape. You do a lot of running and stuff. You like to run around. I'm an all-time quarterback type guy. Like I'll run a little bit, but my route is going to be within 5 yards of where I was previously standing. I'm not trying to get exercise when I'm throwing the ball around, but I do love throwing bombs to people that like running for it. And then as far as away,
I don't love running.
Then you can throw it back.
That's our new workout class we got to start. We got to start like a run group that all it is you just have a quarterback that just jogs along with you and then makes you run a pattern and then just throws the ball to you. Like, all right, we're going to run 3 miles today. Ready, go. Alex, run. And I run like 10 yards down. You throw me a ball and then you come catch up to me and then I'm jogging down and you throw me the ball again. And it's like, if I'm thinking I'm just playing football, I can run 100 miles. I could run a marathon if that's all we were doing. We should do that. I would run a marathon if you were just throwing me a football every couple of times.
You're close, but you got to phrase it differently. So you don't say we're going to run 3 miles. Here's what you say. You know how women have like Barry's boot camp and they all go and they do like a fitness class outside together? Ours is strictly, we could even just call it come run routes. And it's just a bunch of dudes show up to the field. And it's just like, okay, I'm sitting there playing quarterback. I'm like, all right, you're running a corner on this one. Go. All right, 10-yard in. Go. Slant. Run me a post corner. Go. And it's just dudes standing in line like you would do in practice when the coach is just throwing you. But you just get to sit there and throw balls and catch balls. But you end up getting a workout. You also, it's not much of a workout. It's I think you got to be 30 and above for this class. Like you're in the area where like if you fuck up, you could get hurt. But you're not actually doing that much running and you get a long break in between each route because there's probably 10 guys in line. So, like, it's a good workout for, like, young dads. But I would love to run that class. I'd be like, dude, I just get to throw balls to people all day. And every once in a while, they'd be like, dude, can I play quarterback for a little while? I'm like, you're paying for the class. You do whatever the fuck you want, man. Here, you grab a ball, stand next to me. We'll get 2 lines going. Anybody want to try defense? Fuck yeah, let's do it. That sounds like a fun class. Because
you would just have to like have like a goal of like, I'm gonna run this many miles, but like you don't really like pay attention to what you're doing. You're just running a route. So really, we would just have to figure out how many like post routes and slant routes equal how many miles, and then it's like, all right. So like when you go to like a high intensity workout class, it's like, all right, you're going to go to this station 3 times for this many seconds. And then you're going to go to this station and do this. And it's like, all right, this is your slant station. We're going to run 30 slants today, boys. We're going to run 30 slants here from the hash mark.
See, no, you're doing too much with it.
No, because you make it a workout class and dudes are like not going to care because it's routes. So you're like, all right. And then, all right, now you go post, run a post, boom. And then by the end of the day, you've burned 1 billion calories. You've run 20 miles and you're like, all right, that's a workout. And like, it doesn't feel like it because I just play football with my boys.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have 2 classes. Your class, where you plan out and everybody gets to run it, and then my class, where it's just going to be, yeah, dude, come over here. We're going to run some routes. How many routes are you going to run? I don't know. We're here for an hour. Also, I got a cooler of beer for when we're done. Also, and here's what's going to be important for my class, and you got to do this too. When everybody gets there together, we're going to stretch like we did in football. It's going to be 15, 20 guys all lined up together, stretching. Hell, we could even do it in a circle maybe, or with one guy at the front leading it and everybody else in lines. You got to get your stretching in, especially at our age. And you get a good stretch in for 10, 15 minutes. That in and of itself can be a good workout. Yeah, that's a key. Like you, by the time, before you even do your activity, you should be sweating from the stretches that you're doing. I learned that in high school. You get a good stretch in. Also, I miss stretching, dude. Doing warm-ups was low-key like one of my favorite part of sports. Doing what did you call it? Like it wasn't the scissor run, but it's like karaoke. Yeah, karaoke. Yeah, whatever. Fucking love those. I killed it because I also
slow karaoke and then fast karaoke. Dude, I got killer footwork.
High knee, like the skip high knees too, like stretch it out. lunges.
I still do high knees, bro.
Bro, really the only thing I still do is lunges. I got great hip flexibility, ladies.
That's like one of my weaknesses. My hips could be a lot stronger, but I'm working on it.
See, I wish we
kettlebell lunges though. It's a good little hit workout. Some kettlebell lunges. It's not a fun one, but that's what I'm saying. Like what you're doing is like you're just being like, this is pickup football, which is fun. But like we could make money on this if you just sell it as a class, because it's like nobody wants to go.
Mine
to the
is
gym,
a class. It's not
like,
pickup football.
It's basically pickup football. We're just hanging out.
No, because we're not actually playing. Yeah, we're not actually playing. It's just gonna be like, all right, we're hanging out. There's a line of guys. All right, you run a corner, you run it, but then you run your thing. You bring the football back, but then you get a good, minute and a half to rest in between running routes so that you can go harder during that route. Like you're given a hard sprint and then you're on a rest, but you're not thinking about it because you're doing balls. Your idea of it is like, all right, we're going to make sure we run 3 miles because you're going to run 22 slants. I'm just like, fuck it, we're going to be here an hour. We'll just keep running routes as long as we're here, guys.
Yeah, you'll be there an hour. There's a time you fit it in. It's a 1 hour class, but you do all of this stuff and you just don't realize you're doing it. That's what F45 and those HIIT classes do, where you're like, all right, like I don't really want to lift dumbbells, but like I'll do dumbbells in 30-second to 45-second increments. Okay, cool. And it's like, I don't want to go run a bunch, but like I will run if you're going to throw a football at the end of this, and I will do a bunch of routes because it doesn't feel like it. And we have to do that because then we can be like, you burned this many calories, you ran this many miles in this 1 hour workout, and then you can sell that to people, and then people will pay you like $45 a month to fucking just come have you throw a football at it. I wanted to throw the football anyways. I'm fucking doing what I already wanted to be doing, but now we're making money off of it because it's a class.
We're on the same page. It's just, you want to track how much they're working out, and I don't.
People want to know what they're getting out of the workout.
Well, you know what?
I think that's the problem. That's what you see in fitness today.
But my class isn't for those people that want to track everything. They're just like, you know what? I do need to go get some exercise. And cool, there's a class where I just like throw the football around with people. That sounds like a dope class. I do that. And guess what? If you want to track it, you still can't wear your Apple Watch. It'll track all your movements for you. That's good. If you want to jog back from running your route, you can do that too. Or you can walk. We got 10 guys in line. You got time, buddy. Mine's more of a laid back class. Yours is an actual workout class. Mine is more of just something to break a sweat and get a little physical activity for dudes as they get a little older. Maybe they're getting a little bit of a pudge. Their wife is like, hey, Tubby, you need to do something. He's like, okay, I'm going to go throw the football around with the boys. She'll be happy.
I would
Plus
just
you're outside,
call mine,
you get some vitamin C or vitamin D, whatever it is you get from the sun.
My class would be HIIT football, and it would be like high intensity interval training football, because you're doing basically like a HIIT workout, but it's just running routes. Yours would be, I don't know what the ball with the boys stand for. TOSS, TOSS, but it's like we have to figure out what the abbreviation is.
No, it would be ball.
No, ball football doesn't sound cool. TOSS football, it's like playing catch. That's basically all it is. Like you got to make it like look cool. If it's TOSS, people, oh, that's a real workout, and then like you're not like, oh, you're just gonna play catch with your friends. No, babe, I'm gonna go do a workout. It's a TOSS workout. You don't even fucking know what it is. And then like
throw,
okay,
oscillate,
legit.
Stretch, succeed. I couldn't
Squat.
come up with a better O than oscillate. No. Squats are not part of this. I am anti-squat.
Squad.
That's why I have no
squad.
S. Squad. There you go. Okay.
That's what I said the whole time.
I thought you said squat.
You only hear what you want to hear, Pat.
That's
Robert,
true.
what did you
I hate squats.
Nothing really. Just
you were just blown away by our fitness ideas.
Yeah, I like lost so much train of thought. All these things like, oh, should I have my own class? I don't know. What would it be?
You could have one. You could have a baseball one.
Yeah, might do a baseball class.
I would just run bases. I feel like if I could just run around, like if there was a track, like tracks seem intimidating. Baseball paths, like I'd run the base paths all day.
Those seem
it could be a season. Robert, we could do a seasonal one. Like during football season, we do that. During baseball season, everyone bring your glove out. We're gonna find a field. I'm gonna hit you fungo. Toss it around the bags. Let's go. Fat guy, get over to first base. You know that's where you belong anyway. But what's dangerous?
We just started like day camp for adults.
That is
pretty much what we just did.
So really,
like where your parents would send you to like get you out of the house. We just doing that for like wives.
Yeah, no, it's a place for women to drop their men off for a couple hours. Ooh, if we just build these outside of like malls and shopping centers. Like we just take part of the parking lot. It's like, all right,
field.
your woman's going to be in Target for, at least an hour. While she's in there, you come over here into the field. We're going to throw the football around. I got a couple beers we can have. You get in a quick workout while your woman's shopping. Then you don't have to be in there with her, and she's happy that you're working out.
Yeah. And you can tell your doctor you work out all the time and really just play football. There's a lot of legs to this. We gotta perfect it, but I think we've been a pretty productive podcast today.
This definitely has legs. Like, plus now I just really want to hit fungo to people too. I love that.
Right. Football workout class. Work on it.
I put football exercise.
All right. Let's football exercise class. Just like a football gym. That's really what I want to start there. Let's move on to the Comeback Kids segment. It's brought to you by our good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company. Don't look now, but Saturday, December 16th is our 10th annual Pass the Gravy Christmas Spooktacular. We're also going to be doing the Gravies Awards, and it's the best award show of the year. It's going to be up at Southern Star Brewing Company, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Go let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang when you go up there. They got a flag hanging up in the tap room. They just had the Oktoberfest. That looked like an awesome time. There's always going to be a beer there you're going to love. If you can find a Southern Star anywhere you shop, any of our local grocery stores here in Texas. If you're drinking a Southern Star, tag them. They're at Southern Star BC and at Southern Star Brewing Co. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. We love Southern Star, and we want you to love Southern Star too. If you don't already know about Southern Star, what have you been doing? Listen to the podcast. Have you just not listened at all? Like, what are you doing? Robert doesn't even drink, and he loves Southern Star because he knows it's that good. You will be just like Robert. Even if you don't drink, you're gonna love Southern Star. Try the what's the water? What's the water they got? The elixir, the hoppy elixir. There we go. Try that. Alcohol free. It's just like seltzer water made with hops, no booze in it at all. You can mix it in between drinks. It's refreshing. It's kind of like a little Sprite, but it's like I'm drinking water. It just tastes like Sprite. It's awesome. It's better than any fucking LaCroix crap or any of that stuff. Promise you won't be disappointed. Southern Star Brewing Company. You can get those in the grocery store as well. It might not be right next to the beer. I know my HEB, it's kind of over near the waters over there, but go up there, be like, hey, give me some of the hoppy elixir. They'll hook you up. They got some mead up there at the brewery. They got the Southern Brunch if you want something that's more of a mimosa-y type beer. They got beer for people who like beer. They got beer for people who don't like beer, because you're going to find something that you do enjoy. There's a million different things you can try there. You can mix them together. You can make combinations. Go up there, sample some stuff at the tap room. They got tap room exclusives. But if you're out shopping around, get you a Southern Star Bombshell Blonde, get you a Strawberry Bommy, get you an Oktoberfest right now, get you a Pumpkinator. That's Pumpkinator season. It's a little pumpkin beer. You want to be in spooky season? Get that.
I know they've been teasing it. Have you seen? Is the Blood Belt back, or is it still on its way? Because that is one of the greatest beers of all time. Might be in the tap room right now,
but I haven't seen it in the store.
Could be tap room.
But yeah,
could be tap room.
Pat's all-time favorite. Southern Star Brewing Co. at Southern Star BC and at Southern Star Brewing Co. on Twitter and Instagram.
Don't end it yet. I got to let the people know this Sunday, second annual Queso Showdown up at the brewery. Who doesn't love queso? It's from 2:30 to 5:30. If you want to enter, shoot an email to Keith at southernStarBrewing.com. You're gonna you make the queso at home, bring it to the tap room. Make sure you bring plenty for people to try and for the judges. You need to bring taster cups, an extension cord. There's gonna be 3 judges. I don't know what the prize is, but probably something to do with beer. And queso and beer go great together.
Shit and be like, I made the best queso.
So yeah, I know I'm sure there's a few guys listening right now that like, I make a dope queso. Prove it. Get your ass up to Southern Star this Sunday.
Yeah, it, pussy.
They've got the TVs on. They'll have football on. You ain't gonna miss it. You're gonna be good. And it's during that, like, it'll be like I said, 2:30 to 3:30 or 5:30. So it's like the end of the first round of games. Yeah, the second round games will be going on, but you can follow that. It's queso and beer, guys. Name a better combo. I'll wait. You can't do
America.
Yeah. So
at its finest. That's what this country was built on.
Email Keith, and if you're gonna go, remember, taster cups, extension cord, chips, bring plenty of queso.
Just search them on Facebook. Go to their website, SouthernStarBrewingCo.com. But Southern Star BC, Southern Star Brewing Co. Tag them if you're drinking a Southern Star at any point in time. Take a picture of it. Tag us. We're at Pass the Gravy Pod at Southern Star Brewing Co. at Southern Star BC. Let them know you're supporting the people, supporting the podcast. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the world, and the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy Podcast. It's the comeback kid. The comeback kid of the week. The comeback kid of the week. Bitch. All right. Our first comeback kid this week is the fucking sun. Because there was an eclipse on Saturday. I don't know if y'all know. There was an eclipse.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. I took a picture. Like one of my coworkers sends me a picture, and it's like completely black with like a little bit of the orange sun, like in a crescent behind the black. And I go outside, and it's completely bright. And I take a picture, and I was like, we're 3 miles away. I don't understand the difference. They had to tell me, no. You see how you take the picture of the sun, and then below it, there's like that little small crescent. It's because your second camera on your phone takes a picture of what's actually, and that's it. And I was like, that's fucking stupid. Like, if my naked eye can't see it, it's not an eclipse. That's dumb.
Well, you're not supposed to like look at the sun.
I wasn't looking directly, but I still couldn't see it.
Shouldn't.
I had to look at the reflection of the second camera on my picture that I took. That's not a fucking eclipse. It's not. If it is fully bright outside, there's not an eclipse happening.
They make it seem like that, like eclipses don't happen very often, but I feel like every other month there's like, dude, did you see the eclipse? You see the eclipse? I'm like, we can't, like, they're not special if it happens all the time, guys. We had 6 Christmases, they wouldn't be as cool.
I bet it's a big hookup day for guys that go after astrology girls, though.
Dude, Mercury was totally in retrograde. Yeah, I'm a Libra, so you know what that means. When there's an eclipse moon, oh, God. You know what that means. And she's like, oh, my God, he's so in touch with the stars.
You remind me of the eclipse because my feelings for you have eclipsed any others I had previously had. Babe. This eclipse
You're
only comes along
eclipse.
Once every 5 years. You should totally touch it. It'd be so special. I hear you come so much harder during the eclipse, babe. Which also, because I brought it to sex like I always do, I did see a thing the other day that if you drink coffee right before sex, it apparently makes your orgasm like way more intense. So like, somebody get back to me on that, because I got no prospects right now, and I don't think it counts if you do it by yourself.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So let me know. I'm not going to ask either of you because I know both of your significant others.
Right.
And that's just fucking weird to me.
Somebody give it back to Pat on that though. But eclipses. I thought like I didn't remember that it was happening, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on outside?" Like I thought, like I was like, "Did they tint my windows?" Like what? It looked like an Instagram filter for a little bit. There was like a 5-minute period. Like, what's going on? And then I just saw everybody else on their balconies like looking up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, there's an eclipse." And by that time, it was like almost over. So I also don't really give a shit about the eclipse.
You should have, when you saw everybody looking up on their balcony, you should have just went outside and yelled, "Look out!
It's coming!" Like there was fucking, it was like what, like football was on. I was watching college football, dude. I don't have time to fucking look at the sun.
Yeah, the only reason I even checked was like, oh, I gotta pee, so I'll just go do it outside and look at the sun. Nothing. It was very dumb.
Yeah. So the sun, very much back this weekend. Also back is hardcore punk, because I don't know if you guys have seen all the AI memes and like just pictures that people have made of like Steve Harvey and like a punk band, George Costanza. I saw the Pope. I saw Michael J. Fox. I've seen George Bush. I've seen Shrek even, where it's just like, you can tell they were like, AI, show me, like make George Costanza in a hardcore punk rock band or like a hardcore band. And it's just them like yelling into the mic, and it's in those like black and white photos and stuff. And I don't know why it tickled me. It absolutely tickled me. Every single time I saw the Steve Harvey one, it's like Steve Harvey all fucked up. Like he's pouring beers at one point, but he's just like shouting into a microphone in like a crowded like club venue. As I'm saying this, I'd like everybody listening, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go quickly search on your phone. Just be like, Steve Harvey punk rock club, And
I just did
yeah,
Steve Harvey Punk, and the first one right there, this Instagram page. That's fucking
George Costanza
phenomenal.
one. There's a Shrek one. The George
Punk.black
Costanza
on
one's awesome
Instagram.
because he like crowd surfs. So like I don't know. I really enjoyed it, and there's really nothing else I have to add to that. But it's been a real treat every time it's popped up, and then people made memes out of it. But it's like I get that that's AI, and I get like fuck AI, fuck AI. I get that, but like that's one cool thing it's done.
This is what like
that's what it's for. We're fucking around.
Yeah, AI. Sorry, I had Punk stuck in my head. That's what AI is for. Like, dude, what would it be like if George Costanza was a punk singer? Perfect. AI is for dumb internet questions. That's what it's perfect for.
You could say because it's spooky season, it's for Punkin around.
Oh,
you get it? You get it? There we go.
That's sick. You nailed it, bro.
There we go. That's the episode title right there. Nailed it. Nailed it. But yeah, like I don't know if you've seen those, Robert, but like it's just hilarious.
Dude, the Costanza one is the best.
I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man. I don't need many things. I just told you I was entertained for hours with just a simple football. You show me a funny George Costanza as a punk rock guy crowd surfing with the squad. Like I'm all in.
The Steve Harvey one was great too, but having George Costanza, it just looks like a middle-aged man, which is funny because like when Seinfeld started, he was like 24, but he's bald, so it looks old. But just
it
like
is wild when they talk about like
and his buddy.
I'm just 32.
Started a punk band.
On Seinfeld the other day, I think Elaine was 32, and I was like, "What the fuck? I'm older than Elaine Bennis. Elaine Bennis looks so much older than me in this show."
They all do look old.
Well,
right? And it's just like that time period too. Like people just looked older, anyways. Like remember in like school when like high schoolers just looked like they were like 75. Like what? How's he so old? And then you get older. Like, I still feel like I look the same.
You remember what teachers looked like growing up, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone just looks better now. Like then in the last 30 years, the beauty industry has been like, oh no, you can look 15. Like think back to the Golden Girls. They were all like in their 50s. In your head, they're all like 70 because they look so fucking old. J-Lo could have been a Golden Girl right now. And think about what J-Lo looks like and what the Golden Girls look like. People just look better now. It is what it is. And honestly, I don't like it. I don't. I think when you're 50, you should look 50.
Gives you hope.
Fuck.
Gives you hope.
No, because I have no hope. The people that look good,
I'm older, you know.
Well, we're dudes. We're gonna look good anyway. Like dudes get better,
right? But that's what I've been told. So it's like I want to lean into that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just hoping eventually
I want my Clooney phase.
That's why I'm not going to put any work into it. I've just always been told that as a fat, funny guy, you'll find a wife. That's what all sitcoms told me. And then the older you get, the better looking you get. So next 20 years, I'm going to kill it. The first 30, not so great. 30 to 50 are going to be my years without putting in any effort, if TV's taught me anything.
Listen to enough punk rock and it'll make you young again. That's what I always heard. But yeah, punk rock. Awesome comeback kid. Go look up those AI pictures if you haven't yet. You'll be entertained.
Dude, the Costanza.
Our next comeback kid, dude, it's the best one. It's the best one. And the Shrek one was just like, it just was silly because it was Shrek. I'm gonna laugh at just about any Shrek meme at this point now. Like, I don't know why it's so funny. It's just
tell AI to make Shrek combine, like have Shrek do the Kevin James pose.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's already. That's gotta be one. Make Kevin James a punk rocker.
When people are in your swamp and you don't want them there.
Yeah, they don't have a Kevin James one yet that I can find. But all right. Next comeback kid is David Beckham, because there's a four-part documentary series on David Beckham on Netflix, and I watched all of it. And if I like soccer, I get it, but like if you don't give a fuck about soccer, it's entertaining as fuck, because it was we were young, like when David Beckham came in to like his stardom. It was in like 1992, And it just like that was before like the internet was the internet. So it's just when like paparazzi ran around everything, and he was a fucking superstar. And then he dating and marrying Posh Spice, and it was like I remember like that being talked about, but like learning about like how all of it went down and everything was cool as shit. And just David Beckham has the coolest British accent. Like I just want to hang out with David Beckham. He seems like a chill dude. His buddy Gary Neville that played with him at Manchester United just seems like a chill dude. Posh seems kind of cool. Like I don't know. I did not like David Beckham. He brought Messi to the US. Of course, you're gonna like David Beckham, but he just seems like a chill dude. And like a lot of shit went down where like he was the worst guy. Like he fucked up in a World Cup game, and England hated him. And he just like battled his way back, and like they were trying to get rid of him at Real Madrid, and he just was like, all right, well, I'm gonna still show up and practice every day. And like, you know what, fucking get back in the squad while you're still here. Like he's just a likable dude, like works hard. His dad was like very much like Tiger Woods' dad, where it was like, all right, you're gonna fucking kick this soccer ball onto this dime, and you're gonna curve it onto this dime, and if you don't do it, you're gonna do it again. You're gonna keep doing it. And you're going to keep doing it, and you're going to keep doing it. And that's why you can bend it like Beckham now, because he's just a fucking stud. And just watching him play soccer, like, even if you don't care about soccer, you're like, that's fucking sick.
Where is this on?
He's awesome. It's Netflix.
It is. Okay. Yeah. I'm definitely going to, I didn't really have a lot of interest in it, but you sold me again.
Because I'm telling you, if you don't give a fuck about soccer, you're going to like, it's just like about learning about him, and like you'll remember a bunch of stuff, especially like you, Pat, being around my age, where you're like, oh, I remember like, oh, David Beckham's dating a Spice Girl. David Beckham, the soccer guy? Oh, okay, whatever. I don't really care.
He was all we knew about soccer.
Like the Spice Girls were hot. Yeah. For a lot of Americans, he was.
But he has now, like, I never
would imagine
thought about it.
He's a lot of the reason why Man United fans have, like, why there's so many Man United fans. They're just like, oh, I don't know, David Beckham.
I had never thought about it, but you're right. Like, he does seem just like a good dude. Like, you never heard anything about him being a dickhead. And just
he's
no, I'm sure, but there was the only thing I've seen from it, which just makes him seem like a relatable thing, was Posh, his wife, talking about how they both had very like lower class working class families, and he just pops his head into the room and goes, "Don't fucking lie. What did you drive to school?" She's like, "Well, it's complicated."
What did your father drive you to school?
What did you drive to school? And she's like, "Well, it was a Rolls Royce." He's like, "Thank you," and just walks away.
He just closes the door. Yeah,
like that's the ultimate just dude move for me. When like, and they've been together what 20 years now. When like as a husband, your wife says something, and you're like, "I don't care if this is a fight later. I gotta say this." And he's like, "No,
but it's like a celebrity
not
couple,
gonna let you lie."
A celebrity couple where they're both like the top of the world, and like to still like be together. Like I admire that shit where it's like you see fucking Jada Smith and all that shit going down when you're like, okay, so y'all weren't really like what it is. And I there's definitely stuff in there, but like I do like the interview style. It's I can't remember, his name is Fisher something, but he was Hugo in what's the big HBO show that just ended? Succession. He was Hugo in Succession. So if you watch that, but the director, you've seen him in a bunch of things. He plays a guy named Hugo in Succession.
Wait, is his name Hugo?
Hugo, whatever.
I always I don't know what it is.
Fisher Stevens is his name.
I don't know if it's a combo Atlanta plus Houston accent. You just don't like H's. You just said like I always thought you said huge.
I just don't use H's.
I just always thought you said like huge, like because you.
I said it when Donald said it.
Because that's how Trump says it, but I'm starting to realize no, that's just how you talk. I thought
that's just how I say it. I always say it like that. But yeah, David Beckham documentary is awesome, and if you haven't watched it and you're looking for something to burn through, even if you do not care at all about sports, like dudes, chicks, whatever, watch it. It's fun. It's an entertaining show for sure. Yeah. Then we got our final comeback kid this week is lawless societies, because we do live in a lawless society where rules do not apply anymore. Sunday night, I ruined my Sunday night. My weekly Giants just ruined my week move was let's watch Sunday Night Football. They can put the Giants on primetime again. They're 1-4. Let's put them on a Sunday Night Football game. Okay, they're playing the Bills without their starting quarterback. Giants held the Bills to 9 points through 3 quarters and then went down 14-9 and then drive down the field. They're on the 1 yard line, or they were further back than that, got a penalty called against the Bills for pass interference.
Which they almost didn't throw that one. It looked like they waited to see if another ref would throw it. That took a while.
Yeah. Oh, no. That was we had a Josh Allen bullshit roughing the passer call that we got the Giants on a couple of drives ago. We got to give them that one at least. Right?
No. It was. It was, but like the amount of time it took for that first flag to come in.
They didn't want to throw it.
Are they really not going to throw this? It was.
They didn't want to throw it.
Sorry, I cut you off. Continue.
So that pass interference did get called, luckily. So they're like, oh, okay, cool. 1 yard line, 0 seconds on the clock. It's an untimed down. Giants can win it with a touchdown. They had to score a touchdown. They throw the ball, tight end Darren Waller probably catches it if he's not just absolutely mauled. Like, he cannot wear that. Like, that the neck of that jersey is deep V now at best. Like, there's no chance he can fucking wear that jersey again. That thing is fucking torn to shreds. I saw somebody had said that the hold on Darren Waller on that final play was longer than Aaron Rodgers' entire season, which was about a drive. So yeah, pretty bad. Darren Waller absolutely got mugged, and they were like, oh, we're not going to call pass interference 2 times in a row, are we? Like, you can't do that. I was like, no, you can. If he does the same offense again, you can call it again. And they just didn't. And I was a little bit bitter about it, and I posted every single angle of that, where it's like, show me where it's not pass interference.
You were right.
He did it right in front of a referee too. He did it right in front of an official who watched it.
Was
And
egregious.
just was like, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see anything. So we live in a lawless society. They realized the 49ers had lost that day. They realized that the Eagles had lost, and the NFL script writers were like, well, we can't have the best teams all lose on the same day. Fucking fix it. The Giants almost came away with what would have turned around the season. Would turn it on. Oh, beat the Bills away. Oh, okay. Coming back to beat the Commanders. Okay, we can beat the Jets the following week. We can turn it all around. Let's go back. Let's fix it. Let's run it back. Let's do it. And no. Fucking NFL's rigged. We have no rules in this society. We live in a fucking lawless society. It's stupid. Football's dumb. And I just did talk about how awesome football was, but football was fucking stupid as shit on Sunday night, specifically at that time. Yes, I get that the Giants fucked up at the half and could have also just kicked a field goal at that point. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fucking egregious lack of a call that happened when you're calling just like ticky-tack shit against the Giants all night long. And then the most obvious foul I've ever seen happened. And you're standing there watching it happen. You know, do it. Lawless society's back this week. Fuck those refs. Fuck them.
Yeah, it was. I mean, all you ever hear from officiating. So they go, oh, when we see the jersey pull, it's an automatic fight. There's no way.
That's it.
There's no way not a single referee saw the jersey pull. It was pulled a full, what's that, 1.5 feet off of his chest.
If he wasn't wearing shoulder pads, you'd be seeing nips. You could have seen nips.
Oh, fit. Like, it was, I felt so bad for you. And like, that's what, like, bullshit. Both of us are having such bad seasons in football. Like, after there are games end, Packers or Giants, we can't even text each other to be like, dude, sorry that happened, because we know how much pain the other guy's in. You don't want to hear it. Or you're just like, this is bullshit. So everything is stupid. This sucks. I hate everything.
And then I did this other psycho move to myself, this other torture move where I do the New York Giants Rush podcast on Monday. So I have NFL Plus, and you can watch the all 22. So I was trying to like analyze, like, what do I like about Tyrod Taylor? What do I like about this? But like, then I was just getting pre-mad when I knew things were coming up. I'm like, Tyrod. I call him Tyrod. I really call him Ty, because we're that tight.
Ty God.
We're that tight though. Ty God Taylor. Yeah. That plays. But so like I was watching like all 22 where you see the full angle of it, and you can kind of watch how plays develop a little bit better. And like I had to turn it off because I was just getting pre-mad. I was like, oh, I know what the fucking about to happen. I'm not even watching it. Now I even watch it. Oh, there it is. Let me rewind it. I could have rewound it all day and just like, there's the penalty right there. Right there's the penalty. If I had a little laser pointer, I could have done a whole like film watch thing with it, and it would have just turned out to me being like, see this referee? He's fucking blind right there. See right, that guy blind, can't see. Fucking bullshit. But yeah, lawless society. That's what we live in now. Rules don't apply to anyone ever, apparently. Ever. Fuck football, man. I'm hot and cold on football these days, man. Minute to minute. It changes. I think about things like Sunday and fuck football again. But then I talk about throwing the football, I'm back in. Sunday against the Commanders, back in, all the way back in. 12-5 makes the playoffs. People forget that. 12-5 makes playoffs. You just win out.
I'll actually add something onto this as part of the comeback, and we'll just call it the comeback. Lack of accountability for officiating in all of sports. I'm gonna preface this by saying it did not affect the outcome of the game. He didn't really have that bad of a game, but there were missed calls. I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy who was the umpire for game 1 of the Astros versus Rangers ALCS, I saw a stat beforehand. He was ranked like 78th in balls and strikes this year behind the plate of all umpires. How the fuck do you get game 1 of the ALCS if you're that? You had a 91% like strike accuracy call. So you're telling me the guy that's calling game 1 of the ALCS is going to be wrong 1 out of every 10 pitches? What the
how many?
Like, how does that happen?
How many umpires are on a crew?
Was it 5, Robert? First, second, third, 2 outfield guys, 1 down each line.
Is it 5? I thought it might be 6.
So 5. Okay, so say
Either
6. 71st. Like you should have 12 umpires. Rotate them. ALCS, NLCS. Like you should be assigned to this, right? Like how is he even in there? Like, are you the top 12? Are you in the top 12? Because if you're not, sorry, bud.
Yeah, because like season. They all say, oh, well, they work in crews. They're not throwing slants to each other. They don't need. Oh, there's 7. Okay,
there's
7. You don't. Okay,
you're in the top 14. He's not anywhere near it.
You don't need to have worked with these guys all year to know, because there's no timing between umpires. It's was he safe or was he out? Is it a ball or is it a strike? It's a fucking binary system when you're making a call as a referee or umpire. It should just be the best guys are in there. The fact that this guy was set, and like I said, he didn't actually have a bad game. There were some calls where like, dude, that's not a strike, but he was calling it both ways and it was even.
No.
But it blew my mind that this guy that had such a bad ranking as an umpire gets game 1 of the ALC. He's not even like, it's not even like he just made the crew and he's like the second base guy or he's the third base umpire. He gets to call the game. I'm like, that's wild to me. It was absolutely wild. It made no sense. So I just want to add that on there. It blew my mind. I didn't understand it.
I'm just going to throw this out there. If you want to clip it and put it out on the internet, that's fine. The Rangers are on fucking steroids. There's some steroids in that clubhouse and they all need to be drug tested. I'm just going to say it. I have a source. I have a source.
Is the source your brain?
Are roiding. I will not disclose who my source is. It's an anonymous source. I don't want to ruin my reputation with blowing up my source's spot. I can't get more scoops, but I do have on good authority that the Rangers are using steroids. So I'm just saying.
Minor setback for a major
scumbag organization.
We were bad at home all year, and we absolutely owned them in their park. Our northern park is what I should say, because we do own it when we play them.
Mimic-made park.
Hey, dude, it's all set up perfectly from here on out. It's Scherzer's first game back in a while. So regardless, they're not going to let him pitch that long one way or the other. They're not going to let him go 7. He's going to go maybe 3. Guess what happens then? We get into their bullpen. And their bullpen's been their Achilles heel all year long. We've already tagged Araldis, but like their bullpen's been really good this postseason, but all year long, it was very bad. So, look, now we're going to get into their bullpen early. We're going to start taxing arms, get innings. Jordan's going to start Kyle Tucker's going to finally find his swing. Guess what? Then we get to game 4. Oh, and look, we already got into their bullpen once. We're going to get after their starter. We're going to get after their bullpen again. Pretty soon, their arms are going to be tired by the time it gets to game 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're doing it, baby. We're doing it. We're going to Jordan. The fact that they don't just intentionally walk Jordan every time now is crazy. After game 1, when they got him to go 0 for 4, they're like, nah, let's press our luck and start throwing to him, or just keep throwing to him. No, you got him out 4 times in a row. You just walk. The dude is statistically one of like the 3 best postseason, or was it LCS hitters of all time now. Just walk him. Why are you giving him the fucking chance? Kyle Tucker's behind him, can't hit his way out of a wet paper bag right now. Just fucking walk Jordan. They're like, nah, Let's throw another one down the middle and see how far he hits it this time. Fucking Bruce Bochy's a great manager, but what an idiot.
Bruce Bochy sounds like, is it Sam Elliott? The guy at the end of
I could see
Lebowski,
it.
like, our boys out there, just going out there, giving it all. He sounds like he's the manager from Major League.
I could see him playing
voice.
a character named Bruce Bochy. Like someone watched it. What's your name? It's like, Bruce Bochy.
Bruce Bochy is not even a real name. It's it's a fake ID name if I've ever seen one. Hall of Fame coach, but like, fuck you now that you're not on the Giants. Like I liked him when he was in San Francisco. Not fucking with my team. But like, not the Astros are my team now. I'm adopting them right now because fuck Dallas and fuck Philly. I fucking hate it. I am in a small hell right now. If it's Dallas and Philly, like I'm not watching one game.
That's kind of where I am. Is like I'm torn between if it does go to them too, if the Astros lose, I either have to because I'm all about state pride, but state pride in like college football, because in the pros and everything and every other sport, it's all in-state rivalries. So like I'll never root for the Mavs. I'll never root for the Spurs. Rangers have a bunch of guys I like, but like also fuck them. So I don't want to root for them. But also, am I going to root for fucking Philly? Those dirtbag Philly. Don't get me wrong. That Philly team though, they are one of the most likable teams of all time.
Who fucking cares? I don't fucking care. Fuck them.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I gotta pick one. I think I'd be going for. Going for Philly.
I pick boycott.
Actually, I know I'll be going for Philly because I ain't rooting for fucking Arlington. Like fuck.
Well, it'll be Astros. It'll be the Astros.
No, I'm just saying.
Anyway, it won't matter. It won't matter. No, it won't. There's no. Because like it won't be.
Because like even though
shut up, don't even put that out there, Pat.
You have more of a direct hatred of Philly than I do because they're in your favorite team's division. It's a rival city.
Garbage.
But like Kyle Schwarber is like the most likable fucking baseball player. Like how can you hit?
Now he's on Philly.
How can you hit sub 200? But everybody in your city is still like fucking love him, play him every day because he just hits bombs. And then Bryce Harper. I fucking love Bryce Harper. He's outside of the Astros, like even including the Red Sox. Bryce Harper is my next favorite player who doesn't play for the Astros. I love that. His swing is beautiful. He's like an asshole, but a nice guy at the same time. And like Castellanos is just an absolute animal. And their pitching staff is fun to watch.
Fuck them, dude. All of them.
We can't let the Rangers win a World Series because like fuck them.
Assholes.
Oh, and because also actually if you weren't sure, like if you hate both cities and you weren't sure, this is why you should root for the Phillies, Alex. Even though you hate them. But because guess who didn't sign somebody to be just an extra arm in the bullpen that loves to beat women? Phillies didn't do that. The Rangers did. Aroldis Chapman loves kicking the shit out of women. People forget that.
But given what's going on in the Middle East, do you think it's really cool to be talking about bombs over there like they are in Philly? Like Philly seems very bomb happy for all the sympathy they should be sending towards Gaza and Israel right now. I'm just saying.
I think it's completely appropriate.
Is Philly pro-terrorism? Is Philly pro-terrorism? Seems like it. We already know Dallas.
I bet you Aroldis Chapman would be, for sure. He loves to terrorize women.
I would rather see Al-Qaeda versus ISIS. I would rather watch Al-Qaeda versus ISIS than a fucking Rangers and Phillies World Series.
Listen, I make jokes about women all the time because it's funny to me when people get angry. I love joking about women and women's rights and shit like that. You know what I don't ever do, though? I don't punch women in the face. Can Aroldis Chapman say that? I don't think so. So go Stros. Hey, this is all a moot point anyway, because the Astros are going to come back. I just laid out the road. I laid out the path. We're going to get after Scherzer. We're going to get after the bullpen. And then by game 4 and 5, their bullpen's just going to be taxed. And Jordan is just going to be swinging that big old fucking dick all over him. Kyle Tucker's going to be throwing his lanky ass body or arms at the bat. We're going to be hitting more nukes. I'm not going to finish that one. That's inappropriate. We're going to be hitting a lot of bombs, okay? We're going to be hitting a lot of bombs.
Don't say that either. Don't say that either.
Dude, fuck you.
Dingers.
Dingers. Dingers, dude.
Dingers.
Dingers.
Marlins.
Not dingers,
Hitting
night
Marlins.
games, a ball sailing off into the night. Yordan Alvarez just swinging so goddamn hard
like a Marlin.
that he stands still in the box. And I'm all jacked up now. 2.5 hours, boys. 2.5 hours till game. Let's go.
All right. So that was our comeback kid segment. Moving on to the not cool segment. If you'd like to submit your not cool, it's a little. I feel like we've already vented a little bit, but it's a nice little way that we get to vent it every week, and we'd like you to get in on that as well. You hit us up on Twitter at Pass the Gravy Pod. Use the hashtag PTG Not Cool. Give us something that makes you say, "Hey, man, that's not cool." You stub your toe. That's not cool. You know, you're trying to hammer in a nail and you get your fingernail. Not cool. But yeah. Hit us up, hashtag PTG Not Cool. That's how we'll search for them. We'll pick some of the best ones that you guys and gals send us each week, and then we'll share ours. The Not Cool segment is brought to you by LittleMShop.com. A lot of things in this world are not cool. None of them will ever be from LittleMShop.com. The best air fresheners in the game. You spend $10 or more at LittleMShop.com. You're also going to get free shipping. Use our promo code PTG69. You're going to get 10% off your order. So you get free shipping and 10% off your order when you spend $10 or more at LittleMShop.com. Go over there, get some of the best air fresheners in the world. They got the Fresh to Death scent, the Little Ice scent, and the Miami Beach scent, all priced very affordably, and they're all better than those stupid baby back bitch little fucking trees that people have hanging in their cars. They last a lot longer. You won't be disappointed. I promise you. They got compact mirrors. They got customizable keychains. They got some cool designs that you can get that are already made keychains. But if you want to customize your own, I have the Gravy King one. Get the little hotel style keychains over there. They also got stickers and other prints as well. Go to littlemshop.com. They're great gift ideas. I know we're getting into like, gift giving season, but like, hey, here you go. Here's a little goodie bag. Go to littlemshop.com. You're trying to put some party favors together, put a little party favor bag together by ordering at littlemshop.com. They got the perfect stuff for party favors, for teacher gifts, for any kind of little thing like that. Littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Best air fresheners, best stickers, best everything in the world. LittleMshop.com. Promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at littlemshop.com. If you're getting anything from them, they're at Little EM Tweets and at Little EM Shop on Instagram and Twitter. Let them know that you support the people supporting the podcast. LittleMshop.com. LittleEMShop.com. Promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at LittleMshop.com, the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, let's start with some listener, viewer, reader not cools that you guys sent in. We had a couple. This one is from Cruz Garcia at my name Craig08 on Twitter. And Cruz says his not cool is getting my lunch smashed before I can eat it. I was looking forward to some spaghetti too. He did say sketty though. I like it when it's called sketty.
Yeah, you always gotta eat it before you smash it.
I don't think he smashed it. It looks like it was smashed somehow. It looks like it was in some maybe it was smashed by something in his truck. I don't know. But yeah, it was in one of those plastic containers, those reusable containers, and the bottom of it just got smashed. From where I'm seeing, unless it got on like the ground, I think you could eat a little bit of it.
Yeah, you can still eat that.
Of it up there.
You can still eat.
I don't know, but if it went all over the floor, then you probably don't at that point. But if not, that's fair game. But yeah, that does suck. There's nothing worse than when you're like looking. If you have like a lunch that's like a leftover, specifically, like if you have like Chinese food and you come home, you're like, oh fuck yeah, I got these dumplings I get to eat when I get home, and somebody else eats it, you're like, fuck. I was thinking about that all day. Like if you were looking forward to that sketty all day and then you go to get it and it's just smashed and you don't get to eat it, like that's a bummer. That's a really solid not cool. Yeah, but I can have something else, but I really wanted that thing that I brought and now I can't have that thing.
Yeah, being excited about your lunch or dinner all day and then something happens, you're like, oh well, it's not any meal happen.
Yeah,
like I remember a couple times ago or a couple months ago, I was going up to my dad's. And he was for like 2 weeks, like, we're going to make wings. 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 And I get up there and he goes, yeah, I'm not making wings. The fuck, dude? You can't. Anytime you build excitement for something and then it gets taken away from you.
Yeah.
Bullshit. We weren't born Americans to not have what we want when we want it. You know what I mean?
I couldn't agree more.
Sucks.
So yeah, solid, not cool cruise. That sucks that happens, buddy. Let's move on to our next one from Raymundo Benavides. That came Mundo B. I was hanging out with him at the golf tournament yesterday. And Mundo's not cool is my movie theater had a water leak that shut it down last minute and canceled my movie. I also had to wait 5 days for a refund, and that was the only day that I could go. He was trying to go see the Taylor Swift movie. But yeah, that sucks. Like having any sort of plan like that, where it's like, by the way, we're canceling it, not because of anything that you did, but because the venue's just fucking shit.
I do absolutely love that Mundo is unironically a massive Taylor Swift fan.
I love it so much.
It's so funny.
It's
like,
awesome.
It's
Own
like
it.
the only thing that would be just as funny or funnier is if like I was unironically a massive Taylor Swift fan.
But I don't think it's like, it's not funny. It's just like, I respect the fuck out of it. Like you like what you like, funny, bro. And he owns it.
No, you do.
He
but
owns
like,
it though.
When you hear Taylor Swift fan, in your head, you're thinking, okay, 25 to like 35. Probably pretty good looking, skinny girl. Very likely absolutely crazy eyes. Like that's what you think of when you think of the Taylor Swift fan. You don't think of Mundo. You don't think of it with a dude with salt and pepper hair, just rocking out harder than most of the girls there. It's fucking great. But yeah, that really sucks, dude.
That's the worst. Where
she
like
puts out
artist
bangers,
didn't
dude.
do anything. She does put out bangers. It's hard to argue that. And he also made some awesome shirts for Brett. He's been running for Gravy Gangster of the Year since he got arrested with the Pass the Gravy tattoo on his face. But he had Brett's arrest photo with the face tattoo, and he put it in like a Taylor Swift era's like background, which is pretty funny. And
who brought those Bro Brad Jesus candles? Because I want one. I saw that. That was amazing.
Mundo and Brett had them made, I believe.
All right, I got to talk to them. I need one. I need one.
Great.
That's so. I want to.
Shout out to Bro Brad for funding the gravy hole too. Again,
as usual, Brad, you're the fucking man.
You're the best, bro.
But I need like 10 of those candles. I don't use candles, but I want Jesus Brad watching over me at all times, and I'll be like candles, like fucking.
We all need him watching over us. I want to make a Bro Brad lava lamp. He seems like a cool lava lamp, dude.
Was it just a lava lamp like with a picture on it?
Or just like a statue of him in it.
What's that meme where it's like, it's like my grandma has this picture of Jesus. How do I tell her? And it's just Ewan McGregor from episode 1.
Oh, it's Obi-Wan, yeah.
And Obi-Wan, yeah. I want just a picture of Brad framed like it's a picture of Jesus. And I want to like hang it up on my stairs.
And just say nothing to anyone about, yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
I like that idea.
I like my Jesus to look like a 6'7" Norwegian god, because that's my Jesus.
It's my just personally. That's what my Jesus is. Right? Pat, what's your not cool?
I got a couple. First, my sunglasses broke. Shout out, not going to give free ad, but Schmaze, because they've just got like the most legit fucking sunglass policy of all time. I didn't say their name. But let's just say I bought,
but just bleep it, 2
sunglasses for buy one, get one in June of 2020, and I'm still getting free replacements. I just used my last one. And it wasn't even one of those, like normally when they break at the hinge and you can like put it back together. No, it snapped just in front of the hinge. So I was driving around all day today with just one, what do you call it? Over ear thing? What is that called on the sunglasses? The parts that go back over your ears, whatever it is. One of them's gone. So they were just like crooked as shit on my face.
Earpieces?
I guess so, maybe. What you don't realize is if you're missing one of those and you put them on your face like snug, the heat from your face will just fog up that one because it's too close to your eye. So I kept having to like adjust them while driving. Not great. My other one, next one, it's almost vest season. I love vest season when it's kind of chilly, but I don't know where my vest is. I pulled a box out of the garage because like, okay, so I've lived here since what, June, July, whatever the fuck it was I moved. My dresser is still in the garage, taped up with all my clothes in it. Not all of them.
What do you wear?
Oh, okay. I still have a lot of other clothes. Like, really, I just wear black shirts like this. This is what I wear to work. It's a black t-shirt. I've got like 11 of them. So I've pretty much just been wearing those, and then like my button-up funny shirts, and then pants. But like all my regular shirts and shit were either in that dresser, or I did have a box in the garage that has all of my like nice button-ups and also just all of my regular shirts, like other shirts that were good enough to hang up. It was all in the garage. So I assumed my vest was in that box. I pulled it out yesterday, and now that box, it's open from the top and bottom. So all the clothes are just kind of spilled out in my kitchen right now. God damn it, I'm a mess. But it wasn't in there, or at least not that I could find in there. So I don't know where my vest is, and I'm worried because it's a nice vest. I got it way discounted. It's way above what I would normally wear. It's a very nice Magellan, I think is what it is. It's very nice. But it's a green vest. Green looks great on me. You know, it brings out the Irish in my face. Your color. You know, yeah, the red in my face goes great with the green, especially during the holidays. I look jolly as fuck. Yeah, and I'm worried. I can't find my vest. I love that vest. And my last one is fantasy football. Nobody cares about my team, but I hate it. I'm 0-6. Nobody cares. I'm 0-6. I've never been 0-6 before.
Nobody cares about fantasy
football. I don't give a fuck. It's not cool.
But nobody cares.
It's mine not cool.
Nobody cares about your fantasy team, Pat. Nobody cares.
Robert, can you go ahead and mute him the fuck? Make him shut the fuck up. This is my time.
He doesn't have that power.
This is my time.
He doesn't have that power.
Or actually, you know what we could do, Alex, is you could just shut the fuck up and let me bitch, because it's mine not cool.
I can mute you. I can mute you.
But honestly,
so fantasy football. That's bad at fantasy football. That's it.
Hold on. Let me just finish real quick though. It is my fault. This is what I get for drafting Justin Fields, the Bears quarterback. I should have won.
You never draft your rival. You never draft your rival.
Yeah, I lost by a point and a half because that bitch left the game.
No one cares.
I dislocated my thumb. You know who I grew up watching football? Play quarterback? Brett Favre. You have any idea how many times Brett Favre dislocated the thumb on his throwing hand and still fucking went out there and played? Yeah, he might have thrown 3 interceptions that game, but he fucking played and he probably threw 4 touchdowns. Justin Fields is a pussy ass bitch. Oh, I hurt my thumb. I can't play quarterback. You're making like $30 million a year. Get the fuck out there, you pansy. I just spit all over my eyes.
Yeah, well, at least Justin Fields didn't send like unsolicited dick pics to reporters or try and embezzle money from charities.
Yeah, but he also didn't show up to the game. He's not good enough to embezzle money or send dick pics because he doesn't finish the fucking game, so nobody wants anything from him. He's a bitch. He blames his coaches. He can't fucking win. He's got 1 win in the last calendar year. Nobody wants a dick pic from him. He sucks.
Nobody cares about your fantasy team, no.
I'm not talking about fantasy anymore. Now I'm talking about
just talking about your fantasy team. He's on your fantasy team. That's what you're talking about.
Okay, fine. You know what? Fuck you. What do you got?
Just saying.
What do you got?
My not cool is I dropped a dumbbell on my big
Nobody gives a fuck about your toe, Alex. Nobody gives a fuck about your toe.
That's actually
see how
that's
that
not
feels?
Cool.
See how that feels when you're just trying.
But I can mute you. You don't have that. You don't have that capability with me. But yeah, so I was working out and I was trying to set down the dumbbells and I just dropped it in the wrong spot. It hit right on my fucking big toe. Not fun at all. I'm currently in the process of I've almost got rid of. I had 2 black fingernails and now I'm just down to 1 black fingernail from closing in a car door. But now I get to add a black toenail to that, and it's right at the very base of the toenail too. So it's one of those. It's gonna take a good long while to grow out. But it actually is not. It's not as bad as it was. It's just like now I have to look at that and be like, you dumbass, you dropped the dumbbell on your foot. So yeah, not fun, and it was pretty painful about like 10 minutes after you do that, like where you're just like, oh, this is smart. This is real smart. Not fun. Would not recommend dropping dumbbells on your toes. Also, probably should work out with shoes. I was not doing that, so it made it worse. Robbie Boys, you're not cool.
I don't know if you guys can tell by my voice, but I'm sick again. Probably like there's never a good time to be sick.
You're not sick.
this has been the worst week to be sick because yesterday was Sam's birthday, so I'm gonna get to do everything that she wanted to do because my body
You're not
sucks.
sick.
You were
And,
down with the sickness.
Yeah,
You're not sick.
and my friend's wedding is this Saturday that I'm officiating. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this to be a dick. You're not sick. The weather changed and it went from being really hot to really cold. Your body feels weird because it's trying to adjust to the weather change. I've had to explain this to like everybody at work.
No, I agree with you.
We're all getting sick. I'm like, really? Because you look fine and you sound fine. You feel weird because the weather changed.
Well, I've been like blowing my nose this whole podcast. Got a little bit of a cough.
Yeah, there's symptoms. It doesn't mean you're sick. You just got to power through.
That's a
You're a
doctor.
strong-willed
People
man.
forget that.
He is.
You're a strong-willed man, Bobby. You can do this. I believe in you.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
Rub some dirt on it.
I'll be good by the end of the week.
The way I treat my body, if I don't feel sick right now, nobody's sick. You're okay. You got a little tickle in the throat. You got a little runny nose. You know who else had probably those symptoms? Larry Bird's dad when he had a broken ankle. He's still strapped on the boot and went to work. You can do this.
Or Justin Fields.
No, Justin Fields would have taken
started.
a month off if he had a runny nose, that little bitch.
But yeah, just being sick this week.
Season pace, dude.
Yeah, thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate
You
it.
got to gut it out for the wedding, right?
I do.
You're under the weather. You're under the weather. You're not sick.
Okay, I'm under the
We're
weather.
all under the weather.
There you go.
Unless you're flying or in space.
You can always try my system. Drink so much that your body doesn't know what it's supposed to feel like when it feels good. So that way, when your body feels bad, it just feels normal.
And then when it feels good, it's like amazing.
You're like, oh my God, this is what sobriety's like? This is dope. Let me have a drink to celebrate. And then you start the system all over again.
And you just never go to the doctor to find out if anything's wrong with you.
Yeah, nothing. We're going on 7 years now. No doctor. Oh my God, how much money have I saved?
I really thought you were about to say, like, oh, I'm going on. Like you had an appointment scheduled for the doctor.
No. Doctors are a
Just
fucking
canceling
scam.
it out of fear.
Your doctors are a scam, dude.
You're
You're supposed to
about
live.
that 100%.
You're supposed to live as long as you live. Okay. That's what you do.
I mean, I guess it's a true statement.
Yeah.
You live until you die.
Yeah.
Is basically what Pat just said there.
Look at me.
All
I'm
right,
doing
if you got
great.
any not cools, hit us up. #PTG not cool at Pass the Gravy Pod. Also, hit us up if you would like to participate in the answer segment, which we're about to get into. Hit us up on Twitter at Pass the Gravy Pod. Use the #PTG answers. That's how we will. That's how we'll get to those. We sort through that. You can also email them to us, but I do sparingly check the email. So if you wanted to get your answers questions read, hit us up at Pass the Gravy Pod. Use the #PTG answers. That's how I'll search for them. Give us things to power rank. We like power ranking things. Give us 5 similar related things. We're the best power rankers on planet Earth. Give us, you want relationship advice? You want medical advice like we were just helping out with? Hit us up at Pass the Gravy Pod, #PTG answers. You want parenting advice, anything like that? You got any high thoughts, any business ideas, anything you want to run by the boys? Hit us up at Pass the Gravy Pod. Use the #PTG answers. You can also email them to us, answers@passthegravypod.com, or just go to the website, passthegravypod.com, and click contact us. Jesse will forward it over to us. And then, just hit us up. We do search the Twitter way more. I do have one email question we're going to get to this week, which is a very good one. But this is our answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question. Why just answer the question? Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, let's start with Kenya Valdez. Excuse me, I was looking at the not cool still. Kenya Valdez at Kenyatta Mandata on Twitter. She says, "Why is it called a unicorn and not a unihorn?" Idiots. That's why.
No, it's because
Idiots.
these dumb fuckers back in the day didn't think to anticipate the way that the English language would go. They're like, oh, let's base it on Latin. fucking stupid ass Latin. It actually breaks down to uni, obviously one, and cornu is horn. I looked up the
Unicorn is way
etymology of it.
cooler. But yeah, they're idiots.
It should be
Kenya.
horn horse.
Not everybody's is. Yeah,
or
horn
horns.
horse.
Horns. That'd be
Or
pretty dope.
horns. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it should be a horns.
So yeah, I just think they're idiots. So we'll go with that. But yeah, good observation, Kenya, and you're completely right. It should be a unicorn.
Also, this
From now on, we're
remember
only referring to them as unicorns.
made me remember Charlie the Unicorn, and I'm gonna go watch that when we're done. Great early
Oh,
YouTube.
fuck yeah. Oh fuck! I
Yeah,
took my
it's
kidney.
Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Those that don't
You know
know
what
are
he's
like,
talking
what
about,
the
Robert?
fuck? No, this was
You
Robert
know Charlie
was
the Unicorn?
probably-
Come on, dude.
I would.
It was
I
Internet 1.0.
Yeah, Charlie the Unicorn. What year did that come out? That had to be like 2000, 2003 in that era. Robert was too young for that.
Probably.
It's Robert, if you watched it now, you would probably it's 2005. You would watch it now and you'd be like, this is a fucking ecstasy fever dream. Like, why was this funny? I don't know why it was funny. It just fucking was.
Yeah, I've never
It was
seen
great.
this before.
It's less than 4 minutes. You should watch it when we're done, or at least the first one. There's a lot of them.
I thought you were talking about the bit my finger at first.
No, Charlie bit my finger. Another
better.
one.
Way better.
No, Charlie.
Way better though.
Charlie the Unicorn is like the
It's the modern day
graphics are better.
Shakespeare.
The graphics are better than early South Park, but the animation is pretty much identical to early South Park. Just like, oh, here's a horse, and to make it walk, we're just going to shift it back and forth. It's good stuff.
Pretty much what we would do. It's great. I'm gonna go watch it after this show.
So thank you,
but
Kenya.
yeah, great job, Kenya. Great question. Love that. Jordan Welch at J_Welch2795 has our next question. And Jordan says, how many crimes did Goldilocks commit in the Three Bears house? They could at least get her for destruction of property and breaking and entering, right? I'll give you those two, and then I would also say theft would be the other one that I can think of.
Food. Yeah, she stole the food.
She stole food. It's theft.
Just
Goldilocks was a little cunt, dude. Goldilocks was like, I mean, just what a fucking asshole move to be like, oh, not just have one soup. I need to try all of them. Just fucking blow on it if it's too hot, you dumb bitch. Throw it in a fucking microwave, dumbass. What are you doing? And then you're gonna fucking take a nap? You're gonna try and take a nap, but let me try all the bits first. Fuck you.
She's basically just an entitled iPad kid. Like, no, this
hate
isn't the
Goldilocks.
show I want. I want the other one. Bitch, you broke into someone's home, ate their food, and fucked up their beds. Those bears literally had full rights to kill her when they got home.
You fucked with bears.
Could you say that
well-
she was squatting?
Well, see, that's the thing. In California, it would have been her home by the time they got home. But in Texas, those bears could have killed her.
That's a good point.
Texas or Florida.
In
Probably
California,
Montana.
the bears still would have just eaten her, I think. She deserved to get eaten by bears. They should have all just
She
like
deserved it.
like Robert remind us to write a children's book where it's just Goldilocks, but at the end it's like a very brutal murder where like, but it's deserved because like they come home and like, who's this intruder? And then they just like, they do it's a stand your ground state. They're in Texas, but the bears just eat Goldilocks. And then like the last, we'll buy a Goldilocks in the Three Bears book and we'll just rip out the last couple pages. And then I'll just like draw in like, and then they came home and the bears were furious and they mauled her. And then Goldilocks was no more.
So
But there was no evidence.
is
It was their house. So they were allowed to do
Goldilocks
it.
is Goldilocks a property that is owned by something, or is it more of a folk tale and has free reign? Because remember how Winnie the Pooh became public domain and they made that horror movie about it called Blood and Honey, where Pooh and Piglet like got abandoned by Christopher Robin, so they go around murdering people. What if we did that with like Goldilocks, where it's a Saw type one where the bears come home and she's in their home. So then literally to teach the bear cub how to hunt and kill, the bear cub is just fucking
And not to be a
torture.
criminal.
So actually it would be more of like Hostel Part 2, where like they've got her trapped and then they're just torturing her to death.
But like they're the good guys because she's the criminal.
Oh yeah, she's breaking and entering.
And at the end, it's a movie with a message. It's like, kids, crime is not good. Don't do it. This is what
And
could
the
happen to you.
bears rip her fucking face off and tear her limb from limb. Like, hey, maybe don't break into people's property.
If you're talking about like just looking at the three bears, how silly it is. Like bears are a top 5 animal you don't want to fuck with. Like if animals lived in houses, like I'm not fucking with bears. That's right up there. Like lions, not gonna fuck with them.
I'd
probably put bears.
Any member of the
top
great
3,
apes,
at least.
Any member of the great apes. Yeah, I think it's bears, lions, great bears, big cats, and great apes. You don't fuck with them.
Yeah. And like she was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go in where there's 3 of them that live here, and let me go sleep in the little baby's bed." Oh, okay.
Moose,
like the mama bear's not gonna be pissed at this at all.
Hippos
are also
really
scary, but I don't really know their whole.
Hippos, moose, crocodiles / alligators.
Meese.
Moose.
Dude, I feel like I get it. Like alligators got you in the water, but like I could fuck up an alligator.
Not on land, dude. I will tell you this.
On land, I just fucking stomp that bitch.
Anybody that's listening, just so you know, in case a gator comes at you, serpentine pattern. They're very quick in straight line speeds. They're not good at change of direction. And they're cold-blooded, so they do run out of energy fairly quick on land. Do not run in a straight line. You got to zigzag. Otherwise, that croc is going to fucking get you. That's if it's an alligator. If it's a crocodile, you're probably fucked anyway because them bitches are 13 feet long and you're just going to die.
Crocodile, you got a while. You got a while if it's a crocodile. You got to wait till later if it's an alligator.
Oh, no, you don't wait. They get you. That's what's fucked up. That whole see a while later alligator crocodile. No, that was made up by alligators and crocodiles to make you think they're not going to attack now. They will attack now, and they will attack fast, and you will be dead.
I could fuck up an alligator. Not in water. Give me a gator. Me via gator on land. I'm gonna fucking stomp the shit out of that bitch.
Nah, dude. If I gotta fight
a gator on its back,
I'm phoning a friend.
I'll choke it out, bro. I'm gonna choke it out. I'm fucking way stronger than a gator.
I'm phoning a friend of the most Cajun motherfucker I know, and I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna ask them. Like, you call your uncle that still lives in deep South Louisiana. I need him to come fight a gator. And he'll be like, oh, I need some boots. Let's do it now, boy.
Bring me a gator. I'm challenging any alligator listening to this podcast. Come at me, bro. I'll fuck you up. I learned from Steve Irwin. I know how you think. I know how you work. You're not taking me in the water.
R.I.P. and peace, Steve.
R.I.P. and peace. But yeah, again, any alligator listening to this, hit me up. Hit me up. You're done. You're done, buddy. Little flat ass bitch. All right. Next answers question we got is so yeah, we're going back to Jordan's though. 3. We're gonna say theft, breaking and entering, and then what was the other one? Destruction of property.
Yeah.
So three crimes. But really her punishment should just be she gets eaten by bears. Fuck Goldilocks and fuck alligators is really what I'm getting out of that question. All right.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Fuck all of them.
Fuck them all. We got Alex O at Alex McThunder 1 on Twitter with our power rankings for this week. And Alex O says power rank Tim Burton movies. He gives us The Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, both Batmans that he did, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So technically 6 movies, but Batman and Batman Returns, the Michael Keaton movies, those are going to be
they should count it as one.
A pair.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Yes.
I want Robert to go first.
Robert, you want to go
never
first?
seen
I feel like Batman's
any of these. He's got Robert's never seen any of these.
But he's gonna go Batman. Just cause.
Have you?
I have seen one of these, and it will be my default number 1. Any guesses?
I'm gonna guess that it's. I'm gonna guess A Nightmare Before Christmas. I think maybe he saw that as a child.
Charlie the Chocolate Factory, my number 1.
That's the most time appropriate one.
Oh, the
It's
new
newest
one?
It's the newest one. So
The new one?
So here's what's crazy. In Robert's head, Tim Burton movies suck.
Yes.
They're weird.
They're definitely weird. He's gotten a little weirder over the years, but he's not a bad director, I promise you.
My number 2, The Nightmare
Right.
Before Christmas.
Yeah,
Only
gross.
because Rise Against did a cover of Making Christmas, and I know that song. That's my
Fair
number
enough.
2. Number
Okay.
3, both Batmans. It's Batman.
Yeah, I got you.
That's
And
all
they
you
had
need.
nipples on Batman that time. That was the Batman with the nipples, remember?
Yes. But no.
You don't, but Pat
Number
does.
4,
I do.
see, this is tough. Having never
She's
seen
torn.
this, is really tough.
There's no
Really
there's no
comes down
correct
to it,
answer
yeah.
here because neither one of these should be this low.
Number
They're
4
all
would
right
be
and wrong simultaneously.
Beetlejuice. It's my number 4. Making Edward Scissorhands
Okay.
my number 5 because you really shouldn't have scissors for hands.
You shouldn't. That's true.
Yeah, but like I like the meme where somebody's like the guy pitching Edward Scissorhands. All right, he's a guy, but he has scissors for hands. That's it.
I was always told you
It's
should
like,
never run with them. You're gonna cut yourself. Too dangerous.
Let's run with it. But what if you were
I
born
pick-
with scissors for hands? He doesn't have any say in that. He was born that way.
I feel
Or
like
made
the
that
guy who wrote that had something on a studio
Tim Burton.
executive. So did he write it?
I don't know. But
Honestly,
like, yeah,
am
he's
I-
like, no, you know what? Fuck you. You owe me one more movie. I'm gonna do it with a fucking guy with scissor hands.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like whoever wrote it had something on the studio exec. So the exec was like, we have to make this. Who the fuck can direct a movie about a guy with scissor? Get fucking Tim Burton. He's the only man that can
Tim
do
Burton
this.
can do it. He's the guy. He's the guy. I'll go next.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. 5 is Nightmare Before Christmas trash movie.
Wait,
How
how
do you
many
always go
of these have you
Creepy.
seen?
I've seen so of the 6, including both Batmans, is 1. I've seen 5 of the 6. I have not seen the new Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I've seen parts of it. I've not fully seen it.
I've seen a good amount of it, and I've seen enough of it.
Yeah. I don't need to go back and revisit it.
No.
But I got Nightmare Before Christmas as 5 because, like, fuck that movie, dude. It creeped me out as a kid. It was weird. Like, I don't want to watch a sing-song thing here. Like, why is he a skeleton? Gross. Nightmare Before Christmas sucks. 5. Number 4, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Just because it's not Nightmare Before Christmas. So, like, it would have been 5 if Nightmare Before Christmas wasn't in there. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is 4. We didn't need a new one. 3, Beetlejuice. Weird. I kind of digged it. It was cool. It's cool to watch every now and then if you see like a clip from it, like, okay, weird movie, but whatever. 2, Edward Scissorhands. And I feel like 99% of the reason I'm putting it so high is just because of Jerry Seinfeld's barber in the episode of Seinfeld was like, Edward Scissorhands, the Edward Scissorhands. And then like whenever Jerry gets him to watch it, like they don't have the actual audio from the movie. They just have a bunch of like snipping scissors. It's just so like the whole time they're talking in the background, you just hear scissors clipping. I thought that was funny. And the guy saying Edward Scissorhands just made me laugh. Then number 1 is both Batmans because Batman's the coolest superhero, right? It's Batman. And it had like Arnold Schwarzenegger in one of those. Had Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face. Jim Carrey was the Riddler. And that gave us
Danny
about this a couple
DeVito
weeks
as
ago.
the
Remember
Penguin in the original. Or not? Wait.
when
Hold
he
on.
fucking
Wait. No.
stabbed a guy in the neck? He stabbed
Wait.
the guy in the neck.
Wait. Was Tim Burton not the first 2 Batmans?
He was Batman and then
Yeah,
Batman Returns. Michael Keaton was in both of them.
Yeah. So you're saying the wrong Batman movie. It was the original one with oh fuck.
No,
Who
it was the
played the
one
bad
with
guy?
Robin was in it. Chris O'Donnell was in it.
Nope. That was That was
Clooney.
not. No, the original one was
Was
the
it
one against
Clooney?
the Joker with Jack Nicklaus, and the second one was the one where he's fighting Danny DeVito as the Penguin. And I think Catwoman was in that one. She might have been in the first one.
Jack
But no-
Nicholson. Okay, yeah, he's a Joker.
You're
Fuck,
thinking of
I
Clooney.
fucked
I
that up.
was like, what the fuck are you talking about? The
Yeah, I'm fucking
Bat.
that
Even when
up.
you
My
said
bad.
Bat.
Well,
Nichols
either way,
earlier, I
Batman.
was letting you cook, but it was wrong. But it was not
Yeah,
the Bat.
my bad.
Nichols.
I just have, obviously I'm a big superhero guy, but I go Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, and Nightmare Before Christmas.
Here's the correct list. Charlie and Chocolate Factory is 5. The original was so great. Willy Wonka the Chocolate. It's an all-time fucking classic. Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka. Beautiful, perfect. And Tim Burton just comes along and goes, how can I make this weird as fuck to where people won't like it? And let's over CGI it. And then they did that. Like, come on. Like, it didn't need to be remade. I understand why they did and what they were trying to do. They failed at it. It just wasn't good. Everything that was great about the original was not good in the sequel. Or not sequel, remake. 4, Nightmare Before Christmas. I loved it as a child, actually. I wasn't creeped out. I was creeped out in a good way.
Weird. It's a weird one.
But it's so great. And I watched it within the last year. Doesn't hold up. Now, that might also be just because as an adult, I don't really like musicals. And like I forgot that the entire movie is a musical. Like there's like 9 speaking lines that aren't sung. And it's just
Gross.
So weird, and it's just not good. 3, Edward Scissorhands. This was early Tim Burton when he was great. Edward Scissorhands was fucking awesome. I love that movie. And really, it's, I think, what deviated, because early, the rest of these were all Tim Burton and Michael Keaton. That was the early pairing. And it was amazing. And then they made Edward Scissorhands, and Tim Burton was like, okay, fuck you, Keaton. I've got this weird son of a bitch, Johnny Depp, to work with. He's going to be in every movie I ever make for the rest of my life, which I can't blame him. It has been a good pairing, but this hurts me to say Batmans are going number 2 for me. And you know how much I love me some Batman. And these ones were early. Jack Nicklaus as the Joker, or sorry, Nicholson, not Nicholas. Just weird and beautiful. And Michael Keaton is probably the best combo ever of Bruce Wayne and Batman. He was so good at both of them. And I need to go back and watch them. Those movies were perfect. And like I said, I kept going back to Danny DeVito as the Penguin was fucking beautiful. Just what a weird, perfect casting and just amazing. Number 1 is Beetlejuice. Probably Michael Keaton's best acting role ever, and that's saying something. Like, I understand you said,
I'd say Birdman. Birdman is better.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough. I still haven't seen Birdman. I've been meaning to watch it for like 12 years, and I just haven't got around to it. But Beetlejuice, like, dude, the weirdness and the vulgarity of the character, but it's still being child friendly.
It was weird as shit, dude.
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me what? That scene where like the fucking shrimp cocktail turns into a claw and grabs the bitch by the face and pulls her down, and like fucking dude, like what's his name? Young Alec Baldwin is in there, or not? Young Alec Baldwin, and then what's her name who played the daughter? Like, dude, the casting of it is so beautiful, and it's so weird, and the underworld and the snakes and all this shit, dude. Beetlejuice, quite possibly one of the most underrated movies of all time. It's so good, and people always remember it. But if you ask anyone, when's the last time you watched Beetlejuice? Any answer that is not, oh, dude, it's been way too long, is incorrect. Beetlejuice is a perfect movie. So that's my list. That is the correct list. If I didn't have so much sports to watch, I'd be watching fucking Beetlejuice tonight. And I still might after the Astros. And then I might watch both. I might be up till 5 a.m. It might be an old school Pat day.
Solid power rankings. If you got any spooky ones, I had an idea what I was gonna, but yeah, just if you give us a spooky themed power rankings for next week. Because remember, next week we're doing all the spooky stuff. We're doing all the spooky stuff, then we're gonna have the special Halloween episode. But yeah, So give us some Halloween themed, spooky themed answers questions for next week, please, guys. At Pass Gravy Pod #PTG Answers. Great power rankings, gang, and great suggestion, Alex. So Jamie Gore emailed in, and I thought this one was interesting enough to grab from the emails and put it into the answers segment. But she said, name each other's toxic traits. And that, I'm assuming, means we each have to say the toxic traits of one another. I will go first. If you guys want to think about yours real fast. Pat was much easier to come up with toxic traits.
Yeah.
You're selfish a little bit.
So selfish, dude.
Lazy,
Yeah.
but like a lot of the toxic traits of you is like I enjoy about you. Like that's what makes me like you, and I think a lot of these people on the podcast like you. But having to say like it's a toxic trait, like I love you. I'm not shitting on you. I love you. You know, I
Bro,
love you.
no,
But
no
like,
offense
these are your toxic
taken.
traits. You're kind of selfish. You
No,
are
no,
kind of lazy. You have
there's
like
there's
no
no
empathy.
kinda. I am.
You have no empathy unless it's with
extremely
my
selfish.
football team occasionally.
Yeah,
And
very
then-
severe lack of empathy. Yeah.
In big letters, I know we get into a lot of gambling talk that people don't care about, but like quickly you chase bets a lot and you
I'm
live
so
bet
bad at it.
and chase bets way too much. And what that means is if Pat places a bet and that team goes down, Pat will double down and be like, they're going to come back, bet them now. And like he bets them at better odds. But then if they don't come back, he bets them again. Like what was it? The Penguins you got me to live bet. You were trying to get me to live bet like 2 times. And it was like, they're not winning. And then like they were down 2-0. You're like, bet them again. Bet them again. I was like, what are you?
No, Colorado.
I'm not gonna... Oh, was it? Yeah, you were chasing.
It was Colorado
will
like
chase
3 weeks ago. Oh, I chased like a sucker.
He'll bet like
if
3 games. He'll bet instead of losing. If I have a loss, very rarely
take
do
the
I
loss.
live bet and chase. But it's like, all right, that one's an L. That's an L. Pat will do that, and then he'll have 3 L's from the same game instead of just
And then-
1 L. That's a very toxic trait of yours.
I'll find other games to bet on to try and, or if I don't
to try and
chase, I'll
catch
be like,
up.
well, I'll just bet the night game to cover for it. If I could just place
When
my
you
bets
lose
and
money-
then walk away,
And you
I'd be a
place
much
more to
better
try and
gambler.
catch up instead of just taking the out. But yeah, that's a very toxic trait of yours that you chase bets and you live bet to chase those bets. But yeah, so those are some of your toxic traits. Robert's toxic trait is that he is on this podcast, and I feel like we corrupt him. Like Robert's like the sweetest boy there is. And I feel like if you had to be like, what's the negative thing about Robert? He's like, he fucks with these 2 idiots. He's on this podcast with these 2 scumbags once a week. And yeah, that's probably the lowest quality of his. But that's really all I had.
good.
The toxic trait I had on you.
I'll go next because I think it's gonna be funnier if we end with Robert. I'll go with Robert
just
first.
roasts us.
I think Robert has a severe lack of honesty. Not about everything in life, but I don't think he's honest with his feelings about me. I think it'd be a lot funnier if he just outwardly said his disdain for me, but he'll lie and be like, "No, that's okay."
Or
I
that
don't
he
think
loves
believes
you.
that. No, he won't. I respect that he won't tell me that he loves me, but he won't tell you that he loves you, and that's dishonest because I think he
Won't
does
tell
love you.
anyone.
He tolerates me, and I understand that. But I think Robert could do with a lot more brutal honesty in his life. I think he would actually.
He's
serve
not
him
affectionate enough, maybe. That might be a toxic trait.
He's not. Alex, I think you just. I don't think you properly deal with the underlying anger that you have. Like I feel like you've started to channel it into other things. Like you run, like you exercise now, and I think you're like, oh no, I'm doing.
I
this
sweat
so
out the
can-
L's. That's my new Monday thing. When the Giants lose, I'll just work out really hard and just sweat out the L's. As I posted every Monday after they lose.
See,
I'm
that's
like,
a lie, though.
All right, we're gonna have a really shitty fucking workout. We're gonna hate it, but like we're lifting heavy today. We're running 5 miles instead of 3. Like sweat out the L's. I do try and channel it. But.
Well, at least I remember how it started. You're like, I'm about to get married. I got to get in shape. And now you're like, I got to stay in shape for my wife. But I think you're just doing it as an outlet to just redirect the anger that you have towards sports. I think you need I think you need combat sports, or you need like a heavy bag, like something you need to hit. You need to hit things. I think is what you need.
That Cowboys game. That's all I did the next day. It was just fucking boxing. Kicked my ass. Yeah, that's a very accurate clocking of me. I would imagine I have anger issues for sure. Been working on them. I think they're a lot better and displaced.
You're.
You just put them in
I
other
see. No,
things.
but
You
that's
filter it
what I'm
out so I
saying,
don't have
though.
a big blow up.
I
I just do other things.
I disagree. I think the blow up is good as long as you channel the blow up at the right thing. Like, don't channel it at your parents' TV. Don't channel it at your, God forbid, your wife, which I know you would never do. That's the next example that popped in my head. I think you need to embrace the hatred that you have. Like, you embrace the hatred very well. You hate the Cowboys.
Yeah,
you hate Philly. You're good, but like you need to release it when it happens. You just need to release it properly at the right thing. So, you bottle it. Like, you watch the Giants now and you don't yell, but I know you want to.
I do, just not as much. I do, just not as much, because like I don't want to be the guy that like
scares your dog.
Like I've been that guy for a very long time where people are like, we can't, like, Alex is watching the Giants, I want to be here, and like I don't want to be that guy. And like, I think I've gotten a lot better. Like,
but I think you are who you are.
When I'm watching games at home, I am. But when I'm watching games at home, like, I don't drink when I'm watching the games at home, because it helps me with that. And like, I'll be like, come on, like, I was losing it when like the Darren Waller no call happened. Like, I mean, it was highway robbery. There's no rules. But I was definitely yelling at that. But it's like, okay, you can do that, just not every single play. And I think that I've gotten a lot better about that. But yeah, the anger deal is a whole solid toxic trait.
Okay, Robert, light us up.
Good answer. Yeah, go off.
I got to be honest, it was a little difficult coming up with some for both of you, just because I don't feel that way.
Here comes the lying again. You're lying again.
I did come up with one though. For Pat, I'm gonna say that his toxic trait is that he refuses to upgrade his equipment.
That's more of a cheap thing. It's not a refusal. I'm just cheap. And then I dumbly spend money on other things and don't have the money for it. But that's perfect.
He's been on the podcast for like forever, and he's just like, I'm not buying a computer that I need to.
I'm still using a Gen 3 iPad.
That you have leaned up against a laptop that doesn't work.
Yeah. I'll get it with the tax return, he said, for the last 3 tax returns he's got.
Well, then there's always a bill that comes after the tax return.
For Alex, I was going to say, Sam actually helped me come up with this one, that you could turn anything into a tangent. Like, you just kind of...
I'd say that's a skill.
So would I. I actually would too. Especially when, you have a podcast that you have to come up with ideas and talk on, and your job is talking on the radio. I think tangents are kind of necessary for him. But
yeah, I mean, like in some cases, it can be like a little for too long. But yeah,
from Robert's perspective, when he just wants the podcast to end, I understand his reasoning.
There, like, Adam Carolla is like one of the OGs of podcasting, but that's a bit he did that I am very jealous that he was the first to do, where it's he would do live shows and it would be Adam complains about everything, and he would just take anything the crowd was like, sticks, and he'd be like, you know what the fucking problem with sticks is, and like he would just bitch about whatever it was, and it was like, I think slowly, like, I've just like been like I can complain about enough things that, like, maybe not everything, but like I always enjoyed that about him, where it's like he can find the negative in anything, where it's like you should look for the positive, but it's so much easier to be negative about things. But yeah, I go on tangents about things that you shouldn't go on tangents about, probably.
I think that's a toxic trait of mine that I actually enjoy about myself, though, is that I can and will find the negative in anything, but I'll feed off of that. Like, I feed on negativity. I run on negativity and alcohol.
I think you have too much hate.
Oh, for sure. Like, I've actually thought about it.
Sometimes it fuels you, though.
I've thought about it multiple times in the last week. Like, dude, what if I just tried being nice and positive? Like when somebody says something at work, what if I just responded affirmatively instead of making fun of them for it? I would probably make other people's lives would be better, but it would be less fun for me. And this goes back to my selfishness. I only care about if it makes me laugh.
I think it's like that
I've-
South Park episode where Carmen tries to be good and then he starts like puking up like black.
Yeah, dude, it's hard.
It's just
I don't.
his
At
body
this point,
revolts.
Yeah.
at this point, I don't know how to be positive, honestly. Like for years, it's very true. Like I don't know how to take compliments. When people say something nice to me, I don't get it because all me and my friends have ever done is shit on each other. So if somebody says something nice to me, I'm like, thanks. It makes me uncomfortable when people are nice to me.
And like sometimes like I feel like when people like they'll attack the Giants for things and like I just lash out and it's like, all right, I go, you were probably just busted my balls, but like I really was mad and I'm sorry I went off on you and then like found everything you love and just destroyed it to you. But yeah, you know what? Well, fuck you. You're stupid and you can't do this. And it's like, you didn't need to be that mean. That was mean. You should just be like, you know what? Fuck you.
I did it twice this week. One with someone at work and one with one of my friends in the group chat and it was always a joke to me. I was never serious. But I said things that I knew were painful to them. Not really painful, but like I knew it bothered them. I was hurtful because I thought it was funny. Oh, yeah. And like, but I said it just as a joke. I wasn't serious. But then they tried to come back at me and be like hurtful to me. And I was like, I got you. I got you. I was like, I was just joking, and now you're trying to be mean to me, but you can't hurt me because I'm dead inside. Twice in this week. It's not a good characteristic.
All right. What if we go around now? What is a toxic trait we have to name of ourselves that maybe hasn't already been named so far?
I was gonna say I don't really respond in the group chat. Like maybe I'll say something and then just like bounce out.
I will honestly
though, if it's a group chat, I don't fall. Like, I mean, we're in only like a three. We have
it's just the three of us.
Three in a group chat, but like usually it's fair, information that like one of us is kind of like it'll be like Pat sort of directs it to me, but he just sends it to the group, and like a lot of it'll be like, hey, y'all good to record it this time? Y'all want to do this? And it's like it's basically just us sharing information with each other. Here's a video.
But a lot of the time it is like, just like me and Alex talking to each other and Robert's there. Or like I'll share something that like the most you'll need to respond to what I say is like a haha or like the picture. It's usually just like me talking at Alex. And
but
Robert's
people
there.
Could see that as a toxic trait, I'm sure.
I
mute most group chats. That's not one. Ours isn't one because it's only two other people. But like if it's a group chat of like 5 or more, they're all muted. Just because like I'm gonna see that my messages blew up when I see that. Like there's nothing worse than like going on like a run and like my AirPods just being like message from so and so to so and 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 so, and it's just like so and so sent a GIF. Like fucking come on. But yeah, that's a solid.
You go next because I'm trying to think of another one besides the other one I just named.
I'd say time management. I'm bad at leaving places when I I always tell Emma like I'm all right, we'll be gone at like let's go here. We can dip at like 8, and then like 9 o'clock is around, and I'm like just like 30 more minutes, just 30 more minutes. Like I'm bad at that. I have way bad FOMO where like I'm like, but we're having so much fun. I don't want to leave. The party will be over. We leave, like it's over, and then that's the end of the night, and then we're done. And like I don't know why. I've never been able to shake that where I'm like, but like we're in this, I'm enjoying it, and it's like. She wants to go, and it's not anything in particular. It'll just be like we'll be at like a birthday party, and like she's like, "Are you ready to go?" Like I'm tired. And I'm like, oh, and it's like I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing around watching TV or just bullshitting with people. I was like, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go yet. Like that is my toxic trait. I'm bad at leaving places, and then a lot of times with just like getting to places. Sometimes.
I've got my other one. And it's weird because it's not all the time, but it's sometimes accepting responsibility. Because, like, if I fuck up, 90% of the time, I'll be like, dude, I blew that one. Fuck that up. My bad. But sometimes I'll argue it for 30 minutes until I can find a way to blame somebody else for it. And, like...
Okay, yeah, I think I kind of have that, too. Where I can just... I twist around an argument, even though I know I'm wrong.
And sometimes I'll know 3 minutes into it that I was wrong, but I'm like, well, I'm going to admit it at the end of this. but I'm going to ruin their day for the next 30 minutes because I just want to argue with them and fuck with them, which goes back to my previous toxic trait. But sometimes it'll be like 20 minutes into it when I'm like, oh, I've been being a dick this whole time. But like I said, 90% of the time, I'm going to be like, dude, I fucking screwed the pooch there. Yeah, I fucked that up. But sometimes I'll be like, yeah, well, maybe it's because your parents didn't love you enough that you act this way. And I'm like, whoa, that was out of left field.
Yeah. And you can like feel yourself kind of like being mean. You're like, oh, come on, dude. Why did you didn't need to do that? And you're like, well, it's like when somebody bumps into you, you like reach your fist back to punch, and you're like, sorry, it's just natural reaction. My natural reaction is just to be mean when I feel like I'm being beaten down.
This is my biggest toxic trait, I think. And it's like really just with the boys, is when we're just all fucking with each other. The second that I can tell that it's actually getting to somebody, I fucking hammer on them so goddamn hard.
You do that.
Like
that's like a lot of friend groups. That's a lot of friend groups. That's a very toxic.
And this, especially my group chat, like I've talked to other people about theirs. Mine is very toxic. Like I'd say more toxic than probably 90% of group chats. I hurt my friends a lot. Like I'll know that like I went after them. And I shouldn't have because I knew it was really bothering them. And then I went after them on that specific point for another hour and a half straight. It's like, thank God they already love me. Like the group chat's been going for 7 strong years. We're all great friends. Nobody's leaving at this point. But holy fuck, they should have all dropped me for one reason or another at this point.
I feel like this has been therapeutic.
Hurt people hurt people.
For us all. Yeah.
I would actually, I think it would be funny if I like recorded myself going to therapy just to like see the therapist response, to be like, dude, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let you go on that one. You need to see somebody else, so I don't got anything for you on that.
I want to see what they tell their therapist about what I told them.
That's a great exercise. Great question, Jamie.
That's one of the best.
Wasn't more of a.
I'm gonna bring that.
More of just.
I'm
like
gonna bring that.
Name each other's toxic trait. Oh no, that'd be bad.
Oh, it's gonna get so bad. It's gonna get like somebody, and this does happen from time to time. They always come back, but somebody's gonna leave the group chat over it because they're gonna feel picked on.
And like that's a toxic thing too. It's like not really toxic, but it's like, dude, you can't leave a group chat, even if you're getting killed. Like like the second you come back, when you leave a group and you come back to that group, you're always gonna be the guy that left the group.
I can proudly say
you never have to look at it. I will never leave those groups unless it's like a bachelor party group and stuff. I'm like, I'm not fucking dealing with this anymore.
I think there's 2 of us, maybe 3 in the group chat of 7 or 8 guys that have never left. And we are a strong group, and we like to remind the others of that we're not pussies and they are.
Yeah.
Which is
there you go.
Toxic as fuck.
Hit the mute button. Okay. Great question, Jamie. Keep them coming. I like those.
That was
like
good.
That. It makes us really shout out to us for being able to grow from that. Maybe not though. Last question of the week is from Raimundo Benavidez at KMundoB. He's KMundoB on Twitter. Awesome dude. And this is his second time weighing in because he gave us a not cool earlier too. But Raimundo says, can we call our ball bags sauce packets?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
I'm picturing like that thing where like your girl's just chilling in the room and you just kind of walk and like lean into the doorway and you're just kind of like moving your hips back, saying, hey, want some sauce?
A little sauce, baby.
Put that sauce on.
Sauce packets.
You want to get sauced up? Sauce packets are full, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, I feel like we didn't, like, that was just a yes answer. Nailed it. Yeah, balls with sauce packets. Absolutely. Great question, Raimundo. At PassGaryPod, hashtag PTG Answers. That's how you reach out to us with the answer stuff. If you want to be a part of our Halloween spooky episode, we will be recording it Saturday, October 28th. At a time TBD. We will figure it out. Hit me up on Twitter at PassGaryPod. Definitely tag me at Alex J Middleton and just be like, hey, I want to be in on the spooky episode reading, and then I'll get a group together and we'll organize this. We'll figure out if we're gonna do an AI thing. I should just put in the AI, be like, do David S. Pumpkin's Halloween special, but also combine it with an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, so that it's like a hybrid of both, and we don't know which is which part. Something like that. We'll figure it out. That'll be something we'll discuss in a group chat.
Tell AI to write an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark starring David S. Pumpkins.
And if somebody has actual Chat GPT, also hit us up. I'm not going to like sign into anything. All of mine are the free ones that you don't have to sign into, because I don't want to have an account with an AI thing. I know how they track you. But if you have Chat GPT, hit me up, and maybe you can help us with the script. That'd be awesome. But yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm going to really put in a lot of work in it this weekend to make sure that it's good. I don't want it to just be a bullshit episode. I want it to be a fun one-off episode that people are going to want to go back and listen to. So it'll be fun. Just remember, you have to read your parts with flashlights up, so it'll be spooky. Maybe we wear costumes. Who knows? Maybe I want to get a glow-in-the-dark skeleton costume and just with a skeleton part. So I'll turn all the lights out. It'd be creepy. That'd be fun. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to be a part of that, at Pass the Grade Pod, at Alex J. Middleton, say you want to be.
No way did we just lose him in the final 30 seconds of the episode.
Yeah, he just cut out.
Okay,
He's
well,
gone.
A lot of things.
at Pass. He's back.
He's
I'm
back.
back. I don't know what happened. I thought y'all were.
We lost you for about
we
lost you for about 10 seconds there.
Okay, we'll wrap it up before anything bad happens. At Pass the Grady Pod, at Alex J. Middleton, at Not Pat Dan, and at Robert Barbosa 03. Follow us on all socials. You guys are the best. Love you guys. Fuck Dallas. Fuck Philly. Let's go Giants too, and go Astros. Until we talk again, guys. Have a great weekend. And pass the gravy, you bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston,